हेलो चेक 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 आवाज आ रही है गाइस आ रही है व्हाट्स अप थंडर वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम व्हाट्स अप एवरीवन कैन यू गाइस चेक कि मेरा आवाज आ रहा है कि नहीं बराबर हेलो हेलो व्हाट्स अप वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम भाई ओके हम लोग YouTube में देखेंगे या Twitch में देखेंगे अपन YouTube में देखेंगे VCT YouTube
He won?
Yeah, for the MVP.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is insane. I almost
Is he
hope,
playing with it?
I hope he, I mean, what a flex. Can you imagine looking over at the guy opposite you on the stage and he's got a gold keyboard?
You know what would go great with that gold
Okay
An MVP bracelet?
game
bracelet.
is going
Oh.
You're so fashionable.
ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है
Look at you.
Only worn his bracelet once. He did not bring it to Paris. It's just
Yep.
at home locked away in a safe because you
Twitch
know,
में देखना है YouTube में देखते हैं ना आगे पीछे कर
and
सकते हैं
sometimes exactly the same.
Yeah.
He did
And
not
it's
bring
valuable.
the
Okay guys
Honestly, yes.
so this is the first watch party मैं मेरे चैनल में हो रहा है ओह the same we have the same mouse pad
It's an entirely different year, and this is the
I hope
stage
same
that we're
gameplay
playing
रहता
right now. And
मजा आ
so
जाता
honestly,
but
at,
W
from a
pat
competitive perspective and a mindset, I love that. That was done long ago. This
hello
is
hello
a
what's
new
up
stage, This is a new tournament, and you
What's
still
up,
have
vibe?
something to prove here.
I love that because maybe a player who could be the present and future
Vibe
of
ये
Valorant
अपना
Panda is joined by Mika Fabs. Let's see what he had to say.
Mika Fabs here, and I am
Welcome to
with
stream,
Batman.
guys.
Batman, I will introduce you personally.
just tell me मुझे
You
बता
started
दो
this year
कि
as a rookie, and now
मेरा वॉइस
you are
और
massive
पीछे का
star.
वॉइस सब सही है कि नहीं है
Your
ठीक है
team is here at Valorant Champions Paris, expected to be one
What's
of
up
the best
Chaitanya
teams
welcome to
alive.
stream
How are you keeping
God
up?
Nika
How do you
welcome to
cope
the
with
stream
this?
hello hello hello
Nakaka-overwhelm ba?
To be honest, we're not pressuring ourselves. We're happy to be here among like almost 40 plus teams in the world, and we're like here like top 16.
स्ट्रीम का साउंड थोड़ा
So
इंक्रीज
that's
कर दो
really a
ओके
big achievement for us to be here, and for us to keep it like how to be consistent is like just have
देख लो
fun still, and don't pressure ourselves, of course.
Eager to see that.
who
fun
you guys are
and good luck.
supporting
I hope he gets to enjoy this stage. Of course, it's going to be his first time at Champs. Of course, you know, he was tweeting about how excited that Taylor Swift is
Velo.
dropping an album while he's in Paris. Hopefully, that's a good omen. That's going to push him forward. But they do have to get past an opponent here first today on their debut here, which of course is going to be XLG.
PRX all the way let's go
Pressure is
एक
crazy.
वेलो मैंने तुझे मॉड दिया है देख तो can you do the
Of course, I want you to focus on the championship points because the
वो
essential
पोल
for the
क्रिएट करो
PRG and XLG, they're going to be
PRX या
battling to see
XLG
who's going to remain in VCT for next year.
फिर
Whoever
देखते हैं
makes it the furthest in this tournament in Paris will get to keep their spot, and the other team will have to fight
Let's
to
go.
ascension. In
I'm
the
excited.
event that
I'm
both
excited.
Teams get knocked out at the exact same stage because of the championship points.
Pen,
XLG
epic
will
pen.
get to remain. And we've never had this situation before. This is entirely new for us.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy that one of these teams is going to have to fight for it. But for XLG, because of how well they did back in stage one, that's why they have the advantage. Keep in mind, this team, well, they're coming in as the 4th seed to this tournament. They dominated China in stage
I think
one.
PRX
One series on,
I think PRX
on that
2-1
huge run, had higher expectations
because the
going
thing
into
is
trials, and then lost to 2 American
uh,
teams back-to-back.
मेरा जो आइडियोलॉजी लग रहा है What's up Roful welcome to the stream कैसा है बिल्ला शॉट है क्या फुल बिल्ला शॉट
Shows up on the stage, and that's a lot
हंसता
to
है रे
wrestle through. And then you think about each of their respective first round matchups.
क्या लगता है अकरम कौन जीतेगा PRX या XLG
this is a tough thing you have to climb through.
I
Yeah.
will say the caveat is they did play with a sub
Sure.
last time they were.
Full
in.
Billa
This
shot
time
क्या?
around, they're actually coming in with the guy that they've been playing with during the regular season.
Exactly, and I also think it's important to say that while they're coming,
मुझे
in from
करना
full
पड़ेगा.
speed, it's not like
किधर से
they
करते
were
हैं?
scraping by on
Right.
championship points. They lost to DRG and EDG, two teams above them. Where is
किधर
that?
से
Noman
करते
is
हैं?
actually they're playing with
There's
Noman.
no man.
There is no
Oh,
man.
there's the man.
I will say though, I want to just glaze Noman for a second.
Goal.
I freaking love him. I'm so happy that he's getting his shot in tier 1.
चलो ये goal set कर देते हैं.
Upset about Wolves not making it, wanting to see Sufat BB. He brings really
Me.
similar vibes. He is that guy.
Yeah.
He's always got a smile on his face. He loves standing up. He loves giving it. And so, a lot
I
of
lost
times
a-
when his teammates are clutching and doing crazy things,
Sure.
and they are a little bit more
1v1
shy,
session.
They don't want to trash talk. Noman will stand up and do
With
it
me.
for them. He does this when he's like bottom
Start a
five.
goal.
I love
Let's
it
go.
so much, and
Let's
I
start a
think
goal.
100% make the most out of this stage here in Paris.
You're completely selling me on him because, like, you tell me all that. I now love him outside of the game and outside of what he's doing in the server. But I also think he's just one of the most versatile players inside the server. He plays every single agent under the sun. He'll play a Raze. He'll play a Chamber. He'll play all the other Sentis. He's got the odd Sky. He'll bust.
I don't know who will win.
No one can really hit every single agent.
Bro,
in the
from
game.
last 1.5
Yeah.
months busy with
His
work.
agent pool is
Okay,
just
okay,
a
okay.
lot of the intangibles into that you were just talking
Okay,
about,
okay, okay.
but
That's
also
true, that's true.
hard to measure. I
But
guess that's
you
the
know
intangibles.
the
Those are
teams,
things that make
PRX
sense on a global
and
level,
XLG
but
जिनको
if
हम
there is
scrim
somebody
करते थे.
who's kinda gonna get them over this bump, if there is an X factor, if you will, that might give them a shot here against the heavyweight.
Let's fucking go. Match start होने वाला है guys.
You need a hee ha ha vibes, man. You just do, and I think Noman will be that guy.
That's what he's bringing.
Yeah,
I love it.
He's
And
not
the
bringing.
ha-ha.
He's not bringing any man, but he's bringing the vibe.
Right. Okay.
Let's see the maps.
But we do have to talk about, I think, probably the best.
अच्छा ये तो
player
map
on the team, and
XLG के map से ही है.
in VCC
Lotus
CM
favorite.
behind YZ right now, which is
But
happening.
favorite actually Heaven है.
So good.
4 बार खेला 4 बार जीता है.
Yeah, but even when XLG won that good, like you said on the global stage, he was good.
Yeah, he
I'm
was still
assuming
a
they're gonna
good
pick
player
Heaven.
going
Fuck,
forward.
I'm missing Valorant.
For those
Yeah,
games.
bro.
And I just
We are missing you. We are missing you in the
He's
server.
usually playing on the defensive
Around-
team,
around
he's ready
me,
to take
everything.
over. He's usually playing on the weak side of the map. He'll have
But I hope
maybe
जो भी
one
कर रहा है
guy
अच्छा कर रहा है भाई.
and he'll take the slightest
Always love,
of
bhai.
pixel angles, but he is so quick on his reaction speed that he's still
Heaven is
finding
favorite,
ways.
just
He's
like
almost
yes,
never gonna
bro.
Go down just for free on that side of the map.
Unlucky.
It's so hard to dislodge on the sides of the map that he's anchoring.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that is showing the team's trust in him and the fact that they continue to put
Happy
him in
we.
positions like that where he is often without resources, where he is often without help, and he's asked to hold down a site, hold down a side of the map, essentially by himself, or maybe with a little bit of support. And so
Happy
the
भी
fact
मारता
that
तो
he'll
है.
continually
Sarthak,
deliver in those
what's up, my
situations
friend?
is
Welcome to the stream.
another part that
Hello, 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 hello.
have to rely on if they want a best paper X.
I hope you have a good time. अभी हम लोग साथ में मैच देखेंगे, बातचीत करेंगे.
They might have to see Ned this play a little bit, like find Happy Way and be like, oh, let's just run to the other side, just to give them the best chance. But then again, I don't even think Paper X need any advice from me specifically
No,
to have
I don't
a
think
good
they're
chance
listening right now.
to win a game.
I
Like,
mean, they don't even listen to their coach. You know, they're just gonna.
yeah, I mean, he's
The
definitely
fuck?
Happy Way a massive win.
तो मेरी जैसा सीन हो रहा है.
Raga, however, we're gonna talk about him in a second because for
Yes, yes,
now,
thank you भाई. चलो
he
मिलते हैं
spoke
एंटी
to
भाई.
me
चलो भाई
a little
अकरम.
bit earlier.
Stay safe. अच्छे से रहना और घर पे सबको
Hey
मेरा
guys, Mika
प्यार
Felix
देना,
here,
ठीक है?
I'm here with Raga of XLG. Now, Raga,
रारगा.
as the duelist on the XLG squad, and you are now going head to head with a team that is notorious for playing like 5 duelists.
Notorious.
How are you feeling about that?
I'm feeling great because I can play versus them
Oi,
on the one stage.
he speaks good English.
So I want to
That's nice.
show I'm not like someone else and I can beat them maybe.
Should be exciting. Good luck.
Nah, bro. Beat them maybe हो गया रे. Maybe नहीं बोलना
When
चाहिए
it
था.
comes to the duelists, though,
हारो
you know,
जीतो
I
बोलना है.
think
I'm gonna
it
beat
is
them.
a really tough competition. I know Ender last time he
तो
spoke
मेरे से भी
about
ज़्यादा
it,
humble है.
I didn't think he was the best. In
Yeah,
fact,
he's my
the
humble king.
opposite.
Yeah, I was like, I asked him in Toronto, like, where do you see yourself stacking up with the other duelists in the tournament? And he was like, last. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, I have to prove myself. Like he has to do that first. And I think Toronto for him was a bit of a miss, and he's going to be coming in now with a lot more to prove himself personally.
I do think
Yep.
even the approach that he had in that
3
conversation
मिनट में
was
स्टार्ट है
very
गाइस. आई एम
similar
एक्साइटेड.
with you,
ये
where
चैंपियंस मजा आने वाला है. क्या लगता है तुमको गाइस? ये
opportunity to run the
चैंपियंस
stage
कौन जीतेगा? ऑल
above them,
लाइक
but
पूरा
I'm not
टूर्नामेंट.
just another guy.
Yeah.
And I do
I'm
think
now the second one.
बताओ एक एक करके बताओ तुम लोग का.
and
फिर मैं बोलता हूँ.
it's tough because this this might be the most lopsided opening match.
I'm fine.
We will have,
Good,
and so
good
I
to
mean,
know,
the
bhai.
Masters winners
Sarthak,
were
good
the
to know.
4th seed,
Right,
you know?
right. Like this is there is a massive gap between these two teams.
Pacific
but they do have a
region
lot
ला
of
रही है
but
trophy.
We want to show them that we belong.
It's chance.
Can be.
Anything
But
can
एक team
happen.
बोलना
Anything
पड़ेगा.
can happen.
Zoro.
For now, it's time
Welcome to
reveal
stream first
the
of all.
results of our
Zoro is saying
final
PRX, which is
earlier.
good.
We asked you which region was going
PRX
to
is a
go
top
for the
contender.
Champions Paris Trophy, and the results are in. 63% of you said that Pacific will win champs.
Yep.
Obviously, I was one of the 63%.
I mean,
I'm
that
not gonna
checks
lie.
out. Yeah.
Then we've got Americas.
Yunzi is also saying Pacific
को
को मिलेगा.
Now, the last time y'all
Pacific अभी strong हो गया है.
CN, who won champs 2024 again?
I don't remember.
Who was it?
I don't know. Do you recall?
It was Outward Gaming. Kang Kang.
3% I think is
Kangkung.
really low.
You're saying that, and you
Yeah.
voted for Pacific,
I
which
did.
makes sense because they
Freaking
won kickoff
Mark
stage
Phillips
Masters won
instigating from the other side of the desk. What is
Crazy.
this?
Ooh.
Crazy.
But let's take
Everybody is like PRX.
Didn't you predict XLG, Yansu?
Because I was looking at the global power ranking powered by AWS, and I was like, oh, this is telling me
Yinzu,
PRX has a better chance.
Yeah.
PRX.
to clarify, in the top
But she's
left,
saying
Achilles are
कि China can
predicting
win.
king.
Ah,
Global
smart,
power
huh?
ranking,
Smart.
This will basically just put whoever is higher in that global power ranking will predict them through. So because PaperX is rated higher than XLG, they're chosen, and Sentinels over Giant X also going to get locked in there. So we also get a battle against the power ranking.
Are you surprised that your fellow America's caster sideshow decided
Velo is
to
also saying
trade Sen?
PRX.
He's
सब
not
PRX
from
fans है क्या?
Americas
मैं तो ये
anymore.
गेम में
No.
PRX को
Have you heard
crowd नहीं है क्या?
Yeah.
No, I've never actually.
Nah, bro.
Never
I
We
don't
need
know.
crowd.
Predicting against
I've
Sentinels
never
is
listened to it.
Group
Probably
stage
not
open to
good.
all है क्या guys? पता नहीं.
But yeah.
Crowd allowed है कि
Pacific
नहीं या
skewed
still
here.
restricted
First match,
crowd?
you know, as you said, Sen XLG.
No idea.
Sorry, PaperX XLG pretty PaperX favor, but is Sen the overwhelming favorite for the second one?
I don't think to the same degree. No, I think that match is going to be a lot closer. And I think, again, like Christy was saying, we're talking about Masters 2 winners versus the number 4 seed out of China. That
I guess
feels like
open
a
होगा.
massive gap. But between those
हाँ
two
ना
teams in
bro,
the
but
second match, I think it will be a
crowd
lot
इतना
more
कम
competitive.
क्यों है? We need more crowd.
Seed is
ऐसे
removed from
इतना
Sentinels.
crowd तो
Very
इससे ज़्यादा तो
good.
इंडिया में आ जाते crowd line
Oh,
पे.
I'm a believer.
Oh wait, you mean like they should have?
Come on guys, this is Masters. Maybe group stage का hype उतना नहीं है करके. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I would
mean,
never.
I think people agree with that. I think it's just that maybe the gap isn't as big. That's all.
We will find out later because that's the second game. Our teams have fought two.
By the way guys, I'm
to make
in
it all the
Asterix
way
bootcamp.
to champions. And for PaperX, XLG, GX, and Sentinels,
I'm here. मैं
today
उनके साथ
is where their
बहुत
run
time spend
will
किया players के
begin.
साथ.
What happens
Oh,
here
walk-in
could
start
make
हो रहा है.
or break their chances for a title. So please join me and kick off day one of Champs Paris.
Let's go. Vamos. भगवान. This game, PRX. Nice. Mostly playoffs enjoy करते हैं बराबर.
Pourquoi brûlons-nous? Pour l'amour.
What? It's so good.
At the beginning, I was just
Wow.
in shadows.
I want to listen.
I had a tough time with my career. I was going to retire. I was already planning to go to the real life, working as a lawyer.
Ah,
Then I found Valorant, and everything changed. Through all the dark times, you just keep chasing this indescribable feeling. It's like a love story that I started and was eager to continue.
Valorant reminded me of why I was chasing my dream.
wow.
I think that's the beauty of the game.
I want to go to party. This place. जाएंगे कभी तो.
I've loved and I've lost
ये scripted है.
more times than I can count.
ये scripted है. मुझे भी पता है. I've
Defeat
loved.
after defeat.
Come on,
Loss
Jason.
After loss. But now it's our time.
Parfois, on tue par amour.
Bonjour, bonjour. क्या ही प्यारा बोला है हाँ लाइन तो मस्त बोला है
Pain.
ओए बेंजी आया है पेन बोल के चुप हो गया
The ache of standing inches from victory.
ये राउंड याद है मुझे कांगकुंग
The knife twist of nearly.
The angel of death has descended on heretics.
We're still under the shadow of last year. And it only takes one
Bonjour,
kill.
Sahil guy.
Revenge.
Sheesh. वाइब तो है भाई लोग बहुत बहुत अच्छा चलो स्टैक्स भी आ गया
L'amour. Il a bâti des royaumes, puis les a réduits à néant.
शीश कोरियन के मस्त लगता है
La
ना
passion brûle comme le feu, sans discernement,
टर्किश है ये तो
sans pitié.
2024, my world champion brothers left me. I had nothing left. I felt empty. I didn't know where I belonged anymore. G2 was waiting for me at the doors. And now that I'm back, I'm ready to show who the real world champ was.
शीश मजा आ रहा है the goat oh Brazil
Chaque pas que nous faisons, chaque instant que nous portons, charge notre balle la plus meurtrière. Mais ces échos ne résonnent pas que dans les ruines. L'amour s'épanouit dans les recommencements.
Yeah, I'd love to win a trophy with you.
Why is that?
Because we're old.
Sus huh
And normally, like, it's the youngsters that like dominate the game, but it's nice to see that you've proven that you've still got it. We've had players come and go, and it's been tough for those players that have gone to get back to the top.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yeah. So I'm pretty happy we could start our journey again. You're a fun teammate.
Thank you, man.
Probably one of my most fun teammates, but don't be telling the other boys that because Alfie will be getting jealous.
Il fait d'étrangers des frères.
हर टीम में होता ही है ऐसा कुछ कोई दोस्ती हो जाती है टीममेट्स में मतलब
이전에 챔피언스들이랑 좀 다른 느낌이긴 해. 진짜 힘겹게 왔지. 처음에 챔스 진출했을 때는 솔직히 내가 여기에 있을 정도인가라는 생각이 들었어. 널 보면은 내 옛날 생각이 나. 너가 첫 챔피언스기도 하고 너한테 부담이 될 수 있겠지만 너가 PRX 미래거든.
Il unit une seule braise en une flamme partagée.
This is good भाई
Un rêve partagé.
RRQ
哥对你自豪吗？
那肯定啊！他现在逢人都会说他弟弟是个世界冠军，他会很开心。
我觉得这东西，如果今天能赢下来的话，都不是我们末潮了。我觉得就是
有潜力了是吧？
不是，我是觉得哥几个就要算就算大的。
Quand ce lien prend racine,
बहुत मजा आ रहा है मुझे तो
il
इसमें
défie l'impossible.
वीडियो बहुत अच्छा बना है
Les 16 meilleures équipes du monde se sont réunies ici à Paris. Le désir brûlant d'être les meilleurs.
Il se propage,
Ethan.
Parce que l'amour de Valorant nous rassemble tous. Il se bat.
क्या बोलते हो चैट?
To sacrifice everything you have.
मजा आ रहा है कि नहीं?
Think about going back.
I've done it.
Sheesh. Now, I think it's the opening ceremony. Yeah, walk-ins. It's the walk-in. Skylight Gaming. PRX.
XLG wanted an opportunity to prove themselves on the global stage. Who better than PRX to answer to that challenge? Of course, the winners of our last and most recent Masters. The map vetoes are going to be very interesting. As
Hoya.
the first
Guys, if you don't know, XLG ka coach hai Hoya.
and surely this
He played in India with Reckoning.
Coming off the back of that Masters Toronto win.
Reckoning Esports में वो खेला है जब हम लोग ओरेंगुटान में थे उनके साथ हम लोग का फाइनल्स था he used to play इंडिया में आके वो खेल के गया now he is coaching XLG
Yeah, I think they are just really confident in the waylay that they've been running, that they introduced last time against, against an undefeated PRX Combined. I'm inclined to agree with you. Also, real quick, looking further down the road, Sunset means Sage, means buffs as well.
Yeah, it definitely does. But I do want to focus in on this bind for just a minute because it is very interesting. XLG had not played bind at all in stage 2 up until the playoffs against DRG. It was a map they picked, debuted. They're playing.
Let's go, Sultan Davai.
With the waylay in it for Rarga.
Maps.
And it was the map they won against DRG. So it's certainly a choice to start things off here. But they're trying to sort of come in with something
interesting. Sunset.
PRX. And I think a lot of it
I
is
thought
bringing good against good.
I think XLG मुझे लगा था XLG वो लेगा.
Like you mentioned, Chrissy,
Haven.
PRX's maps are going to be good, right? They're one of the best teams in the world. They dominate their region.
ये map अच्छा है.
Also,
I think it's a
you know
2-0.
you're going into the Lions.
2-0 in favor of PRX. क्या बोलते हो chat?
And you think this is your most confident hit? They have to deliver here.
I am also curious for XLG because they banned the Lotus, a map that PRX have actually lost on in stage 2. And this is a map where they play a crazy triple Sentinel composition. And I'm wondering if they're just done with Lotus in its entirety or if it's specifically they don't want to run that more passive setup up against the behemoths that are PRX.
I also love how ballsy this bind pick is.
Who is the assistant coach of PRX?
Right?
I think they don't have assistant coach. They have a mental coach जो अभी आया था.
There is no way in hell.
I think Alex is only the coach, and as a rumor था कि Pujan is helping. FNS might help, but वो confirm नहीं है.
I mean, I
और
think
मुझे पता नहीं
that
है.
is how you beat the Titans like PRX. You have to take a risk. You have to be ballsy in situations like this. But and put your coach's hat on for a second. How?
It's on. I've donned it.
How on earth? Now they picked it. How do they beat PRX on bind?
That's a great question.
How do they do it?
Ultimately, I think that I want to see how good they can be on the defensive side of things up against PRX. I think Bind is a map that on defense often comes down to tandem play. 2 players on a site, especially towards B, working hand in hand with one another. And you have to be locked in as a duo to hold against a team that is going to be so explosive.
I do think as Agent Select is coming up here in just a moment.
Yes, live Agent
Antidote
Select, of course.
Asterisk में आते ही Asterisk को जिता दिया.
No, everybody's locked in.
I mean, players अच्छे खेले, but we also lost one tournament. तो एक जीता, एक हारा. ठीक है.
I don't know if I like
Could be better. Next time और better करने की कोशिश करेंगे. अगर see I have मेरा अभी तक कंफर्म मैं अभी तक कंफर्म नहीं हूँ एस्टेरिक्स में to be honest अभी तक कुछ अनाउंसमेंट नहीं आया कुछ नहीं तो I'm just helping them.
To be honest though, I don't care. I think Raze is a better agent, and I do really like being able to combo the Gecko and the Sky. I think Gecko being able to put down Wingman to plant and have 5 guns out to fight PRX on site. PRX, you watched Sideshow's video, you know they're a team that flood into site, want to fight you heavily against that, and I think having the benefit of not having to force someone to be a plant bot is going to be nice.
Yeah, it just surprises me for me because Raga, you don't normally associate with him with playing a lot of Raze. It's everything else, you know, other than that. But that is it. We have everything locked in, map ready to go, agents ready to go. So it's time to introduce our casters. Show some love for Mitchman and Tombiz.
Thank you very much, Yinsu. Valorant champions live from Paris, and what a game to kick us off, Tom.
Mitchman and Tombiz. Guys, एक चीज अभी कास्टर्स उतना लेजेंडरी वैलोरेंट में पता नहीं मुझे ऐसा फील होता है कि जैसे फुटबॉल में पीटर ड्यूरी हो गया ये वो ठीक है जब क्या बोलते हैं वो पीटर ड्यूरी हो गया फुटबॉल में या अपना इंडियन कमेंट्री में जैसे आकाश चोपड़ा हो गया एक वो ऑरा है CS में भी था आई थिंक एंड सेमलर ये लोग वैलो में उतना ऑरा नहीं लग रहा है मुझे ये कास्टर्स की मतलब लेजेंडरी कास्टर्स ऐसा कुछ क्या बोलते हो सिद्धू चलो लेट्स गो PRX vamos it's a standard default standard default
this should be a series that they are winning.
Holding shot, holding showers, taking B long.
There is a stack up of defenders ready and waiting for this fight.
Okay.
No man and Rarka, they take it into the lead.
Hey!
XLG a surprise swing from Divide though. They're not expecting
it's a
2v2 players there. Why would you? And now it's down to a 2v2.
Yeah, clearly having a good read.
Davai has the
considering that stack up XLG
spike.
Come out of it all right. A little bit wary of the positioning of the player and want to make sure they can get that spike without too much of a problem. Now there's been some aggression out from Davai as well towards that A site just to make sure that they haven't rotated in, and Happyway now winning the battle puts it down to just Davai and a good chance for an afterplant.
Yeah, he's taking the TP as well, so they've got the info before the plant goes down, can reposition, go for backside, and they're nice and safe, tucked away. The drop down will be heard when Divai eventually goes for it. Drop around, gone with it.
Insta story laga tu.
Start this out with a win.
Yeah, a solid start from that. As said, it was mentioned by Ender just moments ago, the way that they have this sort of aggressive style on the PRX side that tries to disrupt you from getting the plant to begin with. So
ये गंदा था.
Towards B long.
Forsaken का death गंदा था.
Managed to sort of hold on to their position. And then even find those isolated battles to bring themselves back in. An early pistol and rounds like that, they're going to be worth their weight in gold because, as we said, in terms of who's favorites here, PRX are miles ahead.
Yeah, when those rifles come out, but for now, PRX are left with a Sheriff and a Ghost. An attempt to go for that TP. Through being long to catch players in shower, but no one's there. Look how patient and passive XLG are being. Now they have a reason to play like this. They've only got one pistol brought into this.
लगा दिया.
I suppose that you can live or lose it, but 3 rifles in play. They can't afford to lose too many, and already seeing that PRX are willing to do this like 4-man early hold on B long.
क्या किया इन लोग ने? अच्छा B stack PRX का. I think XLG अच्छा कर रहा है. आराम से ले रहे time. Stack ढूंढ रहे.
Aggressive spots, but with both pieces of that wingman utility already down, I think PRX can now make the read like, okay, no one's come to retrieve that. We should start pressuring this side of the map, and the timing, it's not going to work out. Luckily, Coconut looks back at the last second. Well, I was going to say he gets an upgrade, he does not.
Well, this is getting a little dangerous. One player down, another low. Jing's able to escape as well. You're still in this 3v4.
They're going back, though.
Happyway's got a lot of control. Expectation of this round is that XLG will be the ones taking it. My question is how much damage can be done, because Nomad already looking like an easy pickup if they can get that one-on-one. But first, they've got to get past Happyway, and oh, what a shot! No danger from Forsaken anymore.
Yeah, luckily,
versus the pistol, you'll sometimes get that second bite of the cherry. Patman obviously on the wrong side of the map, but it may come down to PRX just wanting to make sure they don't give too many orbs over to the other side. You can see Noman already getting fairly close to having his ultimate if a kill or two extra goes his way, and I don't think with how they play, you don't want Seekers online. As they're going to get in your face, they're going to take map control. Seekers ruins that completely, so...
Okay, Eco gaya. Abhi important round hai for PRX.
Those 4 guns are kept through into the next round, although the Marshal might be removed anyway.
Past 2 rounds से ये लोग इधर उधर default करके जा रहे हैं. ओह!
A little more would have been beautiful.
Nice shot.
Yeah, it's only going to be the Marshal removed in the end. XLG, a comfortable 2-0 start.
Yeah, it's not bad. I think ultimately, if you'd lost the rifle, I think this was the timing. I was so ridiculously close to potentially just having the full force of PRX swinging in onto them.
अच्छा shot मारा इसने.
Of course,
hey, bro, you're enjoying.
Strong results. Obviously, for PRX, I think it's over the last few months they're 5-0 on this map, so it is a very bold call to pick into this as a choice. Although a dominant victory for XLG versus DRG maybe is the reason.
मुझे ये lineup पसंद है बहुत.
Defensive side, but then again, we didn't get to see much of the
XLG का जो lineup है.
Round 3, few upgrades. Over on XLG, they brought another rifle through. They've got a
it's a slow shower take.
Bucky the upgrade?
113.
No, the other rifle, the 4th rifle is, to be clear, the Bucky is
ये अपना push info mark करेगा. He'll hold shot and shower लेंगे, एक को छोड़ेंगे.
We've seen rounds won because of
जाएंगे दूसरी जगह पे.
Buckies or even shorties. Yeah. But on
Yep.
attack, it's a little bit harder to find space to use that.
अभी इसके साथ जो गेको है, गेको के साथ B-long या hookah ले सकते हैं.
Maybe if they can get into
and
some
then
sort of
TP
post-farm
go
where
away.
he has his utility available, but they're just looking to put a little bit of pressure back towards long. Prowler will be used by Patman. So they will have a reasonable
Dog
idea.
कर रहा है क्या?
It seems like XLG's planning for the most of this is to try and sell a ruse on
Okay, got the kill.
They've kept 3 players over on A. They put smokes in on
अभी
that side
TP
of
होगा,
the map.
TP to A.
Whether or not the rest of the team now rotate in towards A.
Sure.
PRX get back in time. They were halfway to the B side.
What a read.
Of course, after losing all that B-long control and a player, now the rotates come back through. Players flood the site, and PRX are here on time. They're ready for the battle, but the smokes are blocking them out as the plant goes down. Undeniable.
Nice shot. Something. Ilya.
Mostly, if not all, through the smokes.
नहीं.
Another from Jing, but they're holding on. They still have a chance on XLG. 2 players sitting inside a bathroom. The flash blinds the first. Happy way good on the swing, but they know exactly where Noman is with no element of surprise.
Good round.
This may have
Good
been,
retake.
8 HP with regen shields on Jing. The PRX are still going to find the round. Pretty costly though, all in all.
Yeah, I don't mind the idea. Like it's almost
Cam को थोड़ा ऊपर कर
double
दूं.
fake. Like you
ये
get
ले.
that early kill
ये
after
ठीक है
putting
अभी?
all your smokes in. It's an attempted ruse, and then you teleport back at the last second. I think the only actual problem
अच्छा,
for the
वो
real
वाला
spanner
cam?
in the works was Forsaken putting the Molotov. It means that the only space you're fighting from is the showers.
अच्छा,
there's
ये
no
वाला
other
cam?
angle, even though you could
मुझे
see
लगा
that,
normal webcam.
PRX were
ये देख.
diligent in checking those positions. I think they also had a snake bite late into the round. I do wonder if maybe that could have gone through a little bit sooner, but nonetheless, it's still going to be another purchase.
कैसे आंटी भाई? बढ़िया दिवांशु, welcome to the stream भाई.
Of sorts.
How are you?
And now there are some weaknesses on the side of PRX. A stinger in play.
That's the downside of losing so many players. Monsters on the loose right away, something able to TP away, but lots of space taken. That gets them very early on XLG in towards the lamps. They haven't got control of the play. Back through to take that space. Now look for this
क्या हो
deep
गया ये?
fight alongside his teammate Devon.
हो गया default इनका अभी fast घुस गए पे. नहीं 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 गलत खेल रहे
He's able to already find the first. Raga from further back cleans up more.
ऐसे हार जाएंगे पॉज आना चाहिए
They're looking phenomenal.
इसके बाद वाले
Rifles
राउंड
in their hand, barely a scratch, and indeed a flawless round for XLG, the underdogs, but it doesn't look like it.
No, that was really, really clean from them. I think they almost lose Raga on the way in initially.
आपने बोला था आओगे stream finally stream yeah
in
bro.
taking those fights together, not allowing the sort of pressure of those sort of fight backs in. And they were very ready for any of that aggression. It's surprising that there wasn't even a trade in the mix of it, like Tomatoes from his teammate, but ultimately managed to get the job done, and a huge early breakback considering 2 players
आपने बोला था content हो गया bro. Content तो आएगा अभी. वो थोड़े इधर उधर tournaments थे तो थोड़ा busy था.
That's about as bad of a start as you could expect.
Pause आया?
About pressure in this scenario. On one side of the stage for XLG, there's almost none. Losing to PRX.
I can read my mind. My Alex is my friend.
PRX, this is a game that.
थोड़ा कैम को ऊपर कर दूं. Sure, chat. Thank you.
Well, this one you'd almost want it to look clean. But XLG, they're pulling out all the stuff.
अभी देख लो kill feed नहीं जानी चाहिए.
This is a big blow on the other side, but we know PRX. They're a squad that's capable of bouncing back. You certainly can. They've got a.
Yes, दीपांशु मुझे याद है. Coaching दिमाग तो है. Fuck them. क्या कर रहे हो guys तुम लोग? Come on. Come on Alex. Nah guys. We can't play like this. अगर वो लोग A पे आ रहे हैं तो हम लोग E-Hall से ऐसे पीक नहीं कर सकते जबकि हम बैक स्टैब आ रहे हैं. ऐसा बोलता रहेगा. E-Hall रखो, बैक साइड रखो. Let the back stab guys come. फिर मारो.
You want to get these early starts, as said.
थोड़ा छोटा भी कर दो.
Time out when they played in Toronto, they didn't manage a map. In fact, they weren't particularly close. The best scoreline they had was a 13-8 defeat to G2. But this is a new tournament with a different.
अब साथ-साथ में थोड़ा एनालिसिस भी दे देना. दूंगा ना Vortex भाई. Welcome to stream by the way. 90 minutes वाला स्पीच नहीं.
The Chinese league and also played Northeast. In EMEA. I don't think there's going to be too many of those.
नहीं.
So well timed. Forsaken was
ये देख वैलो इको राउंड में टाइम आउट लिया है. वर्ल्ड चैंपियंस. I mean last event champions है ये लोग.
But the blind stopped any of that impact from coming through. XLG still sitting on full health, full shields on all players. Spike left back towards the spawn. This early posturing from the team is just about denying that control from PRX, finding the points of the map where they like to play aggressive, which I think by this point it's very clear to see it's B long. And then late on, making the decision on where they go.
But normally they have a look. That's the difference. Every other round they've had one player.
VC आओगे? थोड़ा टाइम बाद आता हूँ.
Now, a TP back to
आऊँगा
the
जरूर.
so risky when you don't have any space. So instead they are walking into the stacked up site. That's where Jig is waiting. Showstopper popped as well.
हो गया ना गेम.
What you were talking about. Just moments of madness.
नहीं अभी नहीं अभी थ्रो नहीं. Easy. Rotation and stack. Rotation and stack.
Yeah, welcome to playing against PRX.
जब मारने आ रहे सब साथ में मारो.
It's all about a 4-1 lead looking likely for XLG, and it has shut down the Bucky. One of the heavier investments they had, it doesn't find much. It's taken out of play, and the pistols, alongside the showstopper, are what gets it done in the end. For PRX, well, that is certainly one way to correct the flow of the game, but XLG, even having a flawless round in the mix of rounds they won, they're in a decent position to still buy up into this one. They've got credits to their back, and the showstopper that made all the difference for Jing is now online for Rarga.
One spotted in hookah. We need a backup.
Definitely a bit of a worrying sign, though. As I said,
or shower push.
Especially in their bonus round, they did very well to sort of like keep space on both sides of the map, and I think you see the problem if they don't. Like, they didn't have that information.
Go for info.
They went into the site blind. And that's where some of
backup.
the superstars
Rotation. Please. Yes. Please go. Please.
They are still in the lead.
बस Jason तेरा काम हो गया. But
is getting ever closer to having his thrash for, I believe, the second time already in this map.
3B, 2A. Good posi.
Round 6, a minute left on
the
clock.
के लिए जा.
It's XLG's time to decide where they go. Big TP comes through. Still players around here in a deep push that's already come through from Forsaken. He's looking the wrong way.
Nah.
But not before he can take down Happy Way. Giving him a chance
दो kill था रे इसका.
Forward the showstopper, desperately searching for Jing, and it's found him. A connection.
Nice. Nah, ये गंदा kill था.
And a 2 versus 3.
Important kill था No Man का.
He's finding these players at least one spotted already. I don't know that he saw the bath fade away, but he has given
क्या hard hide
the
कर दो.
information. Divine knows there's a player around one of these corners, and they'll fight this together, but Rarga goes back. And XLG just need to buy time.
Got plenty of positions that need to be cleared. Divine needs to win this fight. They're going to have a chance. Rarga instant on the trigger. I think that's the moment that something realizes, okay, 3 players to find. I managed to get the first, but anything more than that, and my operator is at risk. So he's going to have to fade out of the round. Another victory for XLG. And honestly, after losing a round like they just did, a very good recovery.
Well, that's it. A wise man once said, it's not about how hard you can hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep on going. And for XLG, that previous round, that was a lights out.
PRX ने अच्छा खेला last round.
But they managed to bounce back here and now, and it's even with some of these
but
extra plays from PRX, sneaking a player straight down through mid, man behind enemy lines, and still they deal with him every step of the way, catching that flank as well early. And Rard is showing that he's got the brawn to deal with Devi early on.
Well, what I was going to say, that is still a bit worrying for me, that late TP. Because I don't mind the Sky Flash that cleared things out, but if Forsaken is looking the other way, that round could have gone very differently. So I think it's something to keep an eye on. XOG are gambling a little bit with some of their rotations.
Fast again.
This round,
Please keep backside. Or you holes.
Already taking so much space. Lambs pushed back by the nade, but they're going to stand on that corner, ready for the fight.
Lovely kill.
And it's Jing to take two.
Keep it now. Keep it. Molly karo, keep it.
Lost as well.
Jing, you just have to wait.
Fight on their hands. And the Prowler actually didn't re-clear anything that isn't being held already. The flash going through. There's no one following it up. They're burning utility here on XLG. They need to start winning fights and start winning them soon. There's 3 players on this spike. How can they possibly get it back? Fighting through those numbers, and one of the players up close has a judge in hand. This looks like a death sentence if they even try it, but they've got to.
Yeah, they were dreaming
Good positions
of having an ultimate or two in this scenario. And well, Happyway does have the Viper's Pit. Could try and put it into Lamps. It would be a very bold strategy, but it would at least lower the HP of some of the others.
Nice
Molotov instead will force Forsaken forward, and he's been cleared, and there goes the Viper's Pit. They just want to try and cover these players off, and then they put the Molotov in front, so nobody could
Timing
be
ho gaya idhar.
in position. Jing, though, once again, has managed to catch another, and they have spotted that this is not being planted. They know it's going back the other way. This puts something in a position where he could catch them.
Yeah, already on the angle. It's a clean shot from something. Last man spotted. 12 seconds on the clock. A plant at this point seems impossible. Indeed, it
nice
will be
round.
With so many players here. Happyway has no choice but to save this weapon. And
चलो PC और मोबाइल में क्या डिफरेंस रहेगा?
Is closing in on XLG.
Difference तो रहेगा in the sense of I think skill PC में FPS game खेलना easy है rather than mobile. बाकी तो tactically तो almost थोड़ा बहुत same ही रहेगा. What's up, Kshatriya? Hello. Welcome to the stream, my friend.
It's not a bad idea. It's just the fact that something was still weighing on the other side. Like PRX had that contingency plan.
Gamble चालू हो गया.
Walk through from Devi as well. Got them early information. Wrapping around that pit, it could have ended there. Deep play from Jing. Reveal is great, and he'll get 2 from it. It didn't see anyone else, but he knows there's corners to hide in.
This is the phantom play.
Waiting for his moment in the smoke as another 2 pushed down. Already having cleared outside of Hookah, and now it's time to make that big swing. In goes Jing, in goes Forsaken, and out goes XLG. Their lead
Khatam.
no longer in play. It's a 4-4 scoreline between PRX and XLG. An early fight from the attackers, but now they're starting to cool down.
सही टाइम पे सही कॉल किया है.
That's the one saving grace, but it's also just the manner they're losing.
Last round इन लोग ने A fast किया था, तो अभी ये लोग default पे जाएंगे, नहीं तो B का कुछ करेंगे.
Don't get me wrong, he's not been bad, but when Jing is currently 11-3, you put down a reveal and he's able to get 2
Jingat.
kills through the smoke while
His fade lineups are pain. Yep. But the most important was to the Peter.
That when this man is playing the Raze, there are few.
वो fade lineup successful हुआ because Yoru ने flash किया था उधर. So either they have to dodge the flash and break the lineup, or next is they. Hey, Boya. Hey, relax, brother.
And XLG know that.
I know, it's hard. Datomat, they're playing champs for the first time, I guess.
Exactly, and the reality is, I think this is irrespective of the position in the tournament.
बेचारे का शक्ल देख.
And how we got here, it could have been
He's feeling it. He's feeling the pressure.
Anti-eco going their way, something XLG should have secured, and lapses in judgment, little mistakes. And that's given the breadcrumbs, the trail for PRX to fall back into this game from the coaching staff perspective. You got to get in there early, highlight those things that when you're talking about them in scrims or after scrims, you're doing your VOD reviews, you identify these problems, but putting them into action on the day, on the stage, that's a different thing entirely. And now that challenge for XLG, as you said, the economy still pretty healthy. They'll get full buys. Some regen shields have to be bought up, but for the most part, we're in a healthy spot. Ults are online for both squads, but this is a turning point. They lose this, economy in the bin, PaperX on a streak.
It's going again.
And it's the same play through B. Reveal sees nothing, Flash gets nothing, and now it's all onto the A site.
Yeah, they've got so much information though. They're already starting that flank seconds into the
shot. We have the advantage.
That takes that one.
Molly fail ho gaya re.
Molotov over the top as well.
Plant karne diya.
Just sat at the back. He knows that he doesn't need to re-aggress from this point onwards. Viva needs to put up a play, and in fact, it's going to be the orbital strike committed to just try and force them back. That will buy his team not only some space, but a little bit of time.
Ults exchange ho rahe.
The showstopper activated. Jing on a tear has another to work with, and it's Coconut down. The player
Nahi.
towards the bathroom is Viva, and he is out of the action, but Nomad and Rarga making it happen on site. Defuse tap, but Seeker see that no one's on it. Spray almost dropping.
Oh my god, Nomad.
Health bars are for XLG, but they are holding on tooth and nail till Nomad's caught with a knife out, and now it's all under Viva.
Time nahi hai, bhag ja.
Down to the 1v1, but time is already gone. XLG up to 5 with a Red Bull clutch.
It's just chaos. That round was absolute chaos. Ults being thrown in left, right, and center.
Kar diya stream ka sound
the pace
increase.
Of that flank, I thought it was going to be a massive problem, but I think just spotted out
white
by
क्यों हो गया?
Viva, that's just filthy. Like I don't even know how he can spot that. It's just the reactions of someone like something, but. Yeah, just being able to deny that flank long enough, you could see the rest of the team then garner extra space. Otherwise, they were going to be stuck in that corner. And a big clutch to be won.
Good round. So many
Still, though, economy-wise, I think XLG is
ये light
still in
बढ़िया
a
लगता है
worse
मुझे पता
spot
नहीं
here. Those ultimates that they had have been expended, and the only one that wasn't expended by PaperX has been now.
क्या किया इन लोग ने? अच्छा.
Viper's Pit for early
Viper's
control.
Pit belong.
Belong, as we said, it's been a focus for those early fights of PaperX, and we've certainly seen it with the deep dives from Jing.
But what is this?
More apparent.
ये तो मुझे पसंद नहीं आ रहा है.
Aggression's coming in elsewhere. Forsaken. Oh, he's looking the wrong way again. His timing. It's through no fault of his own. It's just being slightly off, and XLG, they find the advantage as a result.
Of course.
But still to deal with is something on that operator. And once they walk through that wall, big danger awaits. Jing's the one to draw first blood. And patience on something might get him a reward. Instead, he goes for the wingman.
Now stop the plant. Need. Molly, जो कुछ भी है डालो. कुछ भी नहीं है.
Falling for the rotation of the remaining players, but it's a little bit labored. I think the amount that XOG have been taking those TPs has started to get into the head of PaperX, conditioning them to
we need to
not
take
rotate
U-hulls.
quite as quickly as maybe they
One more.
Something though. Well, talking of quickly, this man is so fast.
Very
with that
good.
Operator, and
Now
already
hold
clearing out
together.
That lamp's position. It leaves just two. Make that one standing. Only Viva left. A nice couple of shots though. Maybe in with a a Red Bull clutch from Viva.
What?
How has he done that?
That is
Chat.
gonna haunt PaperX.
The fuck?
For the rest of this game, maybe this week.
Oh my god.
Two players not even looking.
China number one.
So locked in on the spike.
It's day one. It's just map one. We can't be having clutches like this already. Like, this is a 1v4.
Jing क्या कर रहा था? Jing spray डाल रहा था. Miss कर दिया. Oh my god. Big clutch.
It's one of the most ridiculous things I've seen. PaperX, they win the rounds they shouldn't. They lose the ones they should. Something on Naraga now.
The
PaperX
fuck? What was that?
Getting aggressive, but Viva, he is fighting right back.
Mental.
6 kills in a row for him now.
Another
He's only got 9 in the
aggression
map.
punished.
I don't know what happened to him since last round, but
Hello,
XLG
what I
43,
just saw.
and it's all
Yup,
thanks to
4K.
Viva.
Welcome to the channel, Miss Gamer. What's up?
France. Maybe he's just found his home. Like I don't
Something
know
अकेला try कर रहा है
what's
भाई.
going on. But whatever happens, anybody who walks into the crosshair of something over the last couple of rounds has ended up dead.
Oh, happy way.
लग नहीं रहा first time है.
Again, it's the same scenario. The guy from PaperX gets one immediately
क्या
shot in
कर
the
रहे
back.
ये
The
लोग?
timing. Good and bad, I suppose. Wait
2v2.
up. Back to a 2v2 though, and that op is still lurking around, but on this side of the map, it's only Divine.
क्या कर रहे ये लोग यार?
No Man's Sky able to take him down. And the op, all that stands for PaperX. This could be a 7-4 lead for the underdog.
गंदा खेल रहे PRX.
Still, you know, something is alive. He's going with the operator. knows at least where the opponents on the other side are sitting. He's going to try and just get it to half. Honestly, that's not bad. He will have to deal with the Tiger. And they now have to swing this. They have to go looking because he's already managed to get it halfway through.
Oh my god! Sheesh! Well played, something.
He manages to isolate.
We were feeling it. Yeah, Rishi. Welcome to the stream, bhai.
It makes no sense.
I don't know what's going on in this game, man. Another Red Bull clutch.
What a shot. Kya mara isne? Akela he's trying.
This swing wide as well. Caught Happy way off guard. He thought he had the
Yeah.
jump on him.
तेरे सबको मारूंगा, सबको मारूंगा.
Something jumps to his
सबको मारूंगा. Nah.
Frustrating loss. What could have been a 7-4 lead, a guaranteed lead.
I know, Voya. It's okay. All good. Relax.
Balance has been restored in the world.
Absolutely. Perfectly balanced. As all rounds should be.
Typical
Back
APEC
and forth we go, but for PaperX, this is where they want to bring it up one more. 6-6 at the halftime. 3 pistols.
Big investment. Big ulti investment.
Huge advantage to the defenders,
But we have U-hauls.
taken by XLG.
Just keep backside.
A large amount of invested utility. That's most of what they have. Dimensional drift utilized, but an immediate first kill. The trade again has gone back the other way, but this time the weaponry advantage starting to take control.
Nice, Jason. Hey, Jing. I mean,
But this time only
मुझे लगा
with a
4 second
pistol,
मार रहा है.
and there is no
ये round नहीं.
There should be
Ah,
and
good job.
eventually the job gets done. It is a dead even half. And honestly, Mitch, I think it's about right.
मुझे आपका jet operator वाला time याद आ गया, हाँ ना भाई?
Certainly not the half I expected to see, Tom.
Champions Jing form is back.
5 rounds in, it's not the half I expected to see.
I guess.
Maybe not even the half I wanted to see. There was some stuff happening
come
there.
Come on, I'm here for the 4K.
Good half.
Red
Not
Bull
bad.
clutches all day long.
Double duelist.
Competitive one.
Attack side में
XLG underdogs,
अच्छा होगा.
there's no reason to count them out. PaperX, even in rounds where they're underdogs, they show us just how hard you can swing when you're fighting up. And I think
जब साथ में खेलते हैं ना अच्छा खेलते हैं ये लोग.
anyone's guess
मतलब chaos भी कर रहे हैं.
going on when we go to half number 2. But I'll tell you
How
what,
does it
before
feel
we
from
get there,
playing
we've got a halftime
to
break,
watch
and
party?
during it, we're gonna go over
I mean,
to Lou, who's standing by with a special guest.
It's good. It's not easy.
Bonjour à tous. On est en direct pour ce premier
Jing की
jour
मम्मी
des
ही है.
Champions en direct des arènes avec la maman de Jing qui a voyagé à travers le monde pour soutenir son fils. It's a pleasure to welcome you, Pearl, to Champions Paris, following Jing as always. So this is going to be my first question. What makes you follow your son in all his adventures?
क्या
What are you
cute
most
picture लगा है मम्मी ने उसका.
I'm very proud of him, but the real reason why I'm following him is because my son doesn't know how to pack his luggage. Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good answer. And you know, you always need your mom's help, you know, for this stuff, even if you're an adult. Donc, première question, qu'est-ce qui fait que vous venez soutenir votre fils comme ça à l'autre bout du monde? Et bah, tout simplement.
How does it feel to be old? Is the better question. Feels good. Actually, nah. खेलने का वो अलग ही रहता है.
But also the city of very good food. So, have you been able to try any? What do you want to try?
Michelin star food.
Escargot?
It's really good. And my son's favorite. And also we went to this really good hot chocolate place, Carrette.
Okay.
Carette. Yeah, it's really fantastic, and we are going back again.
Oh, you're gonna be back again for sure. Donc, est-ce que tu as pu tester un petit peu de la nourriture française? On le sait, on est connu pour l'amour, pour notre belle ville, mais aussi pour notre nourriture. Et du coup, oui, j'ai testé les escargots. Jing a adoré, c'est son plat préféré. Et moi, de mon côté, on est aussi.
You always good. Thank you so much. So yeah, getting back to your question, that is, खेलते टाइम अभी वॉच पार्टी में कैसा लग रहा है? I think थोड़ा सा relaxed माहौल है. When you play, you have a lot of pressure and a lot of thinking going on. Watch party is like a little bit easy. But that being said, इसमें भी मेहनत है. You have to interact with the chat, get out of your comfort zone, बातें करो. अगर आप pro player हो तो थोड़ा understanding दिखाओ game का कि
back and forth
You know?
game as we get into the Coinbase.
I'm not just an observer. I'm also trying to analyze.
Jing is very high
So
up
yeah.
on that one. He's been having a
XLG got permanent slot
so far,
in
but
China.
In all honesty,
Yep.
it has been this sort of like
आपको ऐसा लग रहा होगा
who is
कि
going to win the round
मैं
for
ऐसे खेल
PRX or
सकता
on the
था.
other side, it feels like anybody can step up. Jing
वो तो
is
सबको
something
लगता
definitely
है.
leading the way in
कोच
terms of
करोगे
just
आप
the
किसको?
individual brilliance, 16
करना तो
and
है.
14 and
मैं
7,
अभी
both
एक दो
have had
टूर्नामेंट
their
एस्टेरिक्स
rounds,
को
but
कोच कर रहा
yeah,
था.
that Viva
बट अभी
clutch,
देखते हैं आगे
that
फ्यूचर में
1v4
क्या
to
रखा है.
start the tournament. I don't know. That's going to be difficult to top. I'm sure somebody will at some point, but honestly, madness in this first half. And the good thing is, obviously, data incredibly low because we haven't seen much.
I'm going back to ये तो एस्टेरिक्स बूट कैंप है.
Other than their victory versus DRG, but they were way better on defense. So it's possible that they come in and this is now their favorite half.
Well, that's exactly what Ender was saying on the desk.
I'm
right?
going to I'm going back to Kolkata for Durga Puja.
Defense, because yes, this is a squad.
कल परसों तक निकल जाऊंगा मैं from Bangalore.
Individuals to match up. But the reality is for PRX on
कि
the
घर
attack,
से
that
stream
is where they
करूंगा
can
ये
really
सारे
pull out
matches.
all the stops, where they can play like madmen. Well, look at this pistol round to finally give an advantage in this half to one team or the other. For PRX, it was 4 players.
आपका तो धोनी भाई वाला हाल है after retirement. धोनी भाई मेरा आइडल है. चलो पिस्टल राउंड. Let's focus, guys. Okay, it's a fake.
There are 3 players ready and waiting on the A site.
It's an A hit.
He is still available.
I think they should keep this. U-hauls.
Using the Viper screen to take themselves a
They should go backside. Why ये smoke क्यों किया?
Jing has already made it round the backline.
लिया ना backside. Perfect है.
Very awkward for Viva.
Now fight showers. Don't give them showers. Fight it.
Jing is just running right.
Perfect. Now post plant.
But there's a trade to be had.
Job done.
Yeah, finally it comes through. Something sneaking about. He's got
Job
into
fucking
the
done.
spawn, and Happy Way was none the wiser. No man. The last one.
This is why I love PRX.
No man
अभी
to
throw
help him
करेंगे
but
वो अलग बात है.
himself. And a big swing to come through from Devi. He's the first to fall. Now down to a 1v2. Bite-sized, manageable, but his back turned to something, and that will be a death sentence he won't escape.
ये बहुत मुझे अच्छा लगता है कि they know the setups और वो हिसाब से वो space लेते हैं. They know that the opponent are keeping showers.
We're looking to see if there is any sort of response. The amount of space they were able to get just off the back of the
इसके लिए उन्होंने पहला बैक साइड लिया, U-hauls लिया, and फिर रैप भी कर दिए showers में. This is good.
In that part of the map, but
कोई नॉर्मल कोई दूसरा टीम रहेगा और अगर वो लोग ऐसे खेलेंगे कि showers लिया, for example they have showers and इन लोग ने ये smoke और ये smoke करके इधर plant करने की कोशिश किए तो मुश्किल है. Because opponent will have backside, opponent will have showers and आपके पास कुछ नहीं रहेगा.
Perhaps a bit more normal.
So it's a good thing.
As we said, whether you're in Lamps or Hookah, those shotguns can do a lot of damage, and I think there's good reason that PRX are avoiding those closer range engagements straight up through B-Long. Again, this has been, I feel like, the hot spot for this team, but it's not looking too good to start. Luckily, Jing's there to pick up the pieces. Pat man down.
भाग जा भाई जिंग. एक सैचेल है भाग जा करके.
The ability to see what's behind that wall.
WhatsApp देखना क्या हुआ भाई.
To still go bursting through as XLG have made the rotate.
Witnessed early the power of that double flash, the Sky Gecko. A guaranteed blind. Okay. Oh, okay, he gets through. The Bucky does at least a little bit of damage, but there were definitely some weaker weapons in hand, so I think the Marshals
good eco.
Spectre, it really doesn't make much of a difference.
Good eco, I like it.
And they will at least keep themselves the rifles.
Marshall over a Spectre, I'll take that deal any day coming into the next round.
It depends what your plan is.
No, I'll take it any day. We've already seen the no-scopes work. But we'll see as we move
इसको
on to
पतला
the
नहीं
next.
कर सकते भाई epic pen में.
All those good deeds will be forgotten if they end up going out with 7, 8, 9 rounds. We want to see them battling tooth and nail. We want to see them taking the fight to PRX here, but it's not easy. This bonus round, if you want to even call it that, it's only one Bulldog that's at a disadvantage.
Okay, it's a B-Long default.
Again, B-Long, 4 players there. It seems like this is just PRX's first 15-second plan in so many of the rounds, and it does almost get them first blood. No man's on half. The nade is, that's doing a lot of damage. Desperately low, he's in the open, somehow gets
Fighting चल रहा है भाई.
Surprised he didn't
B-Long में 4 second is low.
Clearly don't want to give up that control.
मिल गया ऋषि.
Willing to sacrifice his life to battle for, especially when his teammate had full control over showers already. So it wasn't even a
इसको अभी
risk
push
really
करना चाहिए
going
for
through that
info.
TP with the Viper screen available as well. Forsaken, even on low HP, still brawling though.
Yeah, for
45 when
space.
he took that fight, but now
ये
leaves
बहुत static
a couple
खेल
of
रहा है.
opponents tagged up as well.
Yeah, if Viva walks out of this round with a 4K, I think we pause for an investigation. Down to 6 HP, 25 up.
Abhi push kar raha hai.
At least the regen, keeping him relatively healthy, and he's on his way. Smoke's already down. Mosh pit to buy a little bit of time, but the plant hadn't even been tapped yet. 35 seconds, still plenty to play with for PaperX, and they've sent Forsaken through to the B site.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Around, but they've already gone in towards the site.
Oh, how? Abhi kaise bhagega?
They've had to use a smoke across and no, Roga spams. That was the problem.
Nice
he
try.
Didn't make it into the TP in time.
Nice fucking try.
Timing, but the rest of the team were fairly well committed. Maybe a little bit of a mix-up in what was the plan. And while for Forsaken, his only choice now is to run, grab the spike, and try and plant on the A site. I don't think he has time for that anymore. Too wary of where his opponents are going to be. XLG, just based on, I feel like the havoc that PaperX caused themselves.
Hello Akash, what's up? Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, indeed. You know, you look at this situation as if you just stick that play towards the A site already. So much of the utility burned up from XLG. They don't have the mosh pit to deny. Then maybe they could have found success. Great pick from No Man, considering he was so desperately low. But you start seeing players fall back, fall forward. It becomes complete chaos.
Oh,
and then
it's like one of the last bullets.
I think it was literally the last bullet from Raga ends up dropping.
Nay, why for the fucking sake? For fuck's sake, why are you going like that? This, that.
Well, they have fallen apart because of
Jhagda lag gaya, bhai.
That was the quote-unquote bonus round. Now
Alex is molding.
Guardian instead of the Bulldog in the previous, but a
direct hit.
That is in play is the showstopper, and it's right.
One more shower, care karo. Good dog.
Little off angle though from Raga. He's landed in the smoke. Well, doesn't get rewarded for it.
Just plant.
Does at least deny the plant for now, but with the amount of space that's already there, it seems like it's going to be a lot more commitment in this round for PaperX. Not risking the rotate back.
नहीं.
Clear out Jing though.
ठीक है वो one and done में ही था Jing मर गया वो बेचारा. Something का play for time guys. Ninja.
He's heard Coconut.
Your ninja is coming.
And pops the ult. It's disastrous. Something's going to be right on them with No Man in the door.
Nice.
Oh, it's a double kill.
Very well played.
It looked like he was late to the party, but he ends up winning the round for PaperX. That is
good shit.
Great flash
Good shit
from the Yoru, and a 9th round for PaperX as a result.
I think with just how direct that initial take was, I don't think there was any expectation that somebody would be lurking on the other side of the map. Like, if they were a little bit quicker, that could have all gone wrong, but instead, and rightly so, they go back and they go, okay, yeah, let's try and take this one slow. Let's use the Thrash to clear out all of these risky positions, and because of it, they get caught, they get bitten.
Happyway is having a terrible time.
Happyway क्या हुआ Happyway? Terrible time. अच्छा 8 frag इसके लिए.
9-7.
Oh.
Unfortunately for XLG, that was...
Careful, Sultan Dawai.
All of their money invested. Forsaken is going to spot this out, but...
Nice one.
Up against no weaponry, and while Happyway he's going to try and take this fight with a bucket. There's absolutely no hope. A flawless round for PaperX, and any economy problems are immediately dissipated.
There it is, the new skin, the new finisher. 3 more needed for PaperX if you're having trouble figuring out what's between 10 and 13. And this is what we're worried about, right? It's about once that ball gets rolling, the snowball effect on PaperX, the individual confidence sky high, something playing one of the latest lurks in the previous round, and it working out. It's a terrifying sign for XLG. They need to bounce back. It's going to be a good time to put in their pause. I see the timer frozen, and indeed it is going to be a pause from XLG. I don't think that takes many brain cells to work out, though. They have started to slip and slide, and it's PaperX who seems set to take this map. Perhaps not the series, but you have to remember.
Timeout, good timeout.
They chose Sunset up next. Whatever we think about that, they must have ideas.
Oh, for sure. I think that it's a map that, okay, maybe they had a slip up.
This guy is my friend.
But that does feel like a bit of a weird week for PaperX.
मेरा rival था एक time पे, but अभी ये अच्छा दोस्त है.
Confident win over T1, and over the last few months have had big victories versus a lot of top teams. So I don't think they're going to be too worried going into that matchup. And on the other side of things, well, XLG got decimated by DRG on that map. So I think that this is, even though this is a very, very good map for PaperX, and maybe
round घूमेगा after this pause.
You also have to then consider the rest of the group. Like an informed looking GX, Sentinels. Like I think most people would have PaperX Sentinels making it out based on previous tournaments. And for XLG, although a loss to PaperX is nothing to be ashamed of, it's very similar to what we saw at the prior event where, oh, you lost to G2 and Sen. You didn't do bad, though. It's like, well, it doesn't matter.
Well, exactly. As we said, the pain of nearly. For XLG, that's what's going to haunt them. They come in today, you tell them you're going to lose 2-0, 2-1 to PRX. Okay, fine. As long as we put up a fight, but then you tell them you could have won, you were close.
Yeah.
You had the
At least in the first half.
Hey, in the first half, absolutely. This could have been a 7 or 8
Info
round
koi
half
hua
for
nahi,
them.
huh?
But this
Nobody
is the
got
moment
flashed.
where they can't leave anything on the table. Where are those signs of life?
Jing marna nahi. Jing cannot die.
Rifles in hand, a lot of light shields. Ult's not really there for the defenders, but for the
Okay.
attackers, they've got all the info. Something's already seen these players on site. Orbital strike comes through, play inside the smoke. Flash!
Oh,
That's
big kill.
something, even though it didn't hit.
Good,
it
good.
Shorty did. We're down to a 3 versus 4.
Good.
Full control for PRX with Bima down. Swarmed from all sides. And XLG have to
Now
fight
don't
an
throw.
uphill battle,
Please
but
don't
the
throw
first
this.
steps go swimmingly.
That's not bad. A couple of low players as well. The swing, Coconut has managed to bring this round into contention. A 2 versus 4 that, I'll be honest, looked impossible.
Kya throw
Raga, I wasn't
karte
even sure
be?
if he was going to go for it, but when Coconut puts that into play, there's a chance. Even still, Forsaken and Divine, normally a safe pair of hands. And
Nahi,
defenders,
dekho.
they're going to group up.
Solo
Try and
peek.
join each other, but the swing for Forsaken isolates the battle. It gives Raga a chance once again, and the swing is perfect. 5 HP is all he needs. As XLG,
Why?
the 2v4.
Akela kyun? Ye, what is this death?
Huge win, and we heard it from him in the interview. As I said earlier,
Sabko to
this is
maar
a guy
diya.
that
Ek
he just
kill,
wants
ek
to
kill,
prove
ek kill.
that he's got what it takes to fight against some of these players. A team that we've seen with the
Nah, bro.
before, but he can match up against them. That's devastating for Happyway. Thank God they had that clutch in the end. Your scoreline stays close down to a gap of 2 thanks to this man here. Look how desperately close it was. Wasn't good enough for PRX. Gap of 2.
Tato hojo.
Rifles still come out on the attacking side.
Maar diya re.
Definitely seeing some of those.
Come on,
blips.
come on.
The 1v4, 2v4, PRX making a fair amount of mistakes with hefty advantages, but XLG are doing well to capitalize off of them. Coconut with a huge individual round and
21 kills
basically
pe.
keeping them in the match. That would have been their economy not only wrecked, but also PRX being just a couple away from taking their own map choice. And they do have to be careful in this round. Light shields on every player bar 1. And that sniper for something. Think about the first half and how much it caused them issues. They can't afford to give this man a fight.
Kya karna kya chahte ho?
You end up getting lit down 140 in this to 10 HP, and it's pretty much guaranteed pickup for PRX when the utility bombardment comes through. There's the Outlaw already spotted with the decoy sent through. Flash finds nothing but it. Always the danger that that's a Yoru on his own, ready to gate crash, but now the Flash confirms that the big play is coming through. They've taken Jing out of the sky. The Patman tries his best to pull it back, yet it's left all onto Divide. He's got 3 to take down. The first comes easy, but 25 seconds. A Viper's Pit online. He might even have time to get this up after the plant. From where is the question? With the showstopper hunting him down. It looks like he wants to stand his ground. He wants to take the pick, but
I don't understand, Ray. You have
around on the board in the final stages for XLG.
So many
and
things.
A 10-9. The signs of life very much there.
Yeah, like doubling up in that corner.
Hello,
it
Bineet.
definitely
What's
seemed
up?
like a
Welcome to
gamble.
your stream, bhai.
You know that if a
Ami
player
bhalo
runs
achi. How are
through and
you?
just maybe even gets a little bit lucky.
I'm coming
it
back
could
to
be your round
Kolkata in
over,
some
but
days.
I think that's been something
I'll
that
meet you
XLG
then.
have done great so far in this match, is that surprise factor. Like, they have been so hard to read that even when you have a
ganda
full
खेल रहे हैं
bombardment of utility, they're able to come out with an advantage. And even then, just like, I like him watching Coconut play. Like, even though he ends up going down in the fight versus Divide, his goal is to stay alive. He's not trying to be the hero. He's not trying to put the team on his back. He is basically just going, okay, let's buy as much time as possible for my team.
Snake Bite landing on long, denying that control for XLG. But it's towards the A site that the real fight is coming in. And the reaction from XLG very early on, they popped the flash. They see players inside of back, but that flash not retrievable, not finding the impact. It's a glorified drone.
Coconut doesn't want to hold it for a retake again. Oh, the nades are going to be exchanged.
Bach gaya.
It's Divine almost using the distraction of a teammate, and well,
Nice
3 players immediately down.
Nice round.
We've seen a 1v4 or 2v4, but we've definitely not seen a 1v5, and I don't think Viva is going to give the time of day. And this is what I felt like has been the difference between the two squads, though. It feels like when XLG win a round, it is by the skin of their teeth. It is very close. It's maybe a player or two surviving or a clutch round. When PRX win a round,
it's
well,
flawless.
As of yet, there's not a point of damage done.
If Viva take a CS pledge, I don't know.
I don't know, it's kind of bad of you to assume.
I saw your story, came instantly. Thank you, bhai. Thank you so much.
With time ticking and Spike on the other side of the
What's up, Gaurang? Welcome to the
but I agree with
stream.
you entirely, in all seriousness, like PRX.
My man,
like
pro
said,
streamer is
they
back
look
again.
dominant
Yeah,
in some of the
bro.
rounds that
Now
they're
you'll
taking.
get a lot of
XLG, it's clutches.
streaming content.
It's thriving in the chaos, back and forth, trading blows. Viva will even get out of here with the Guardian. You've heard the TP, so did he. The smoke buys him a little bit of extra space. Looks like he's okay. 32 HP though. That was close
क्या
to
गलत कर रहे
disaster. 11-9.
ये
PRX
round
2 away.
जैसे
XLG
PRX ने
2
बहुत सही
behind.
execute किया है.
It still is anyone's game.
साथ
but
में.
There's a problem brewing, Tom.
Yeah, this is the issue. When you have so
But
many
वो B वाला
casualties in the
execution
round that
साथ
you
में
win.
नहीं था. Close clear नहीं किया Prowler करके.
I'm glad that the players he saw
फिर
earlier.
पहले B-long से जा रहा है, फिर हुक्का से सैचल कर रहे हैं. Coordination नहीं है.
Just off time.
तो इसके लिए वो execution गलत हुआ था. A shot ult.
Wow. The buy is abysmal.
I mean, a good chance to catch them if they do go through that pit, having the judge investment. The problem is, when you look at the tab as PRX and you see, okay, they don't have much
They have
money.
Brim ult, they have Viper ult opponent.
You decide to go through
अगर
that
opponent
pit,
को plant करने
you're
दिया
insane.
और Viper
Now,
ult में मुश्किल हो
PRX
सकता है.
are
एक और round भी जीत
insane,
सकते हैं.
so there is a chance they do that. So actually rated
That's the
against
reason
them, but
दवाई ने
yeah, generally
कोई risk
speaking,
नहीं
that's
लिया.
Just not going to find the value. We have to look elsewhere.
The only
And of
other
course,
thing
you,
will be-
you can't force stack B because you have to clear that
Oh,
fast
oh, oh,
wrap
oh.
around.
The other thing will be the assumption of a stack, though. It's if you see that pit, you're mostly probably going to assume maybe it's just one player there. It really is a game of playing the odds. 45 seconds left. Viper screen definitely causing them issues before with the amount that it's been able to delay, but this time they're through it with relative ease. Actually going to commit the orbital strike. They're going to.
Oh my God! Thank God, Jing.
He has been lost.
ये round भी हार जाते
with
हैं.
another high impact round, and the rest of the team have plenty of time to make their way
ये
into the
देखो.
site. We've spoken about the clutches, what XLG have managed to bring home, but this one I would really. Well, I expect a hole in the desk if PRX let this one slip.
I expect a hole in the desk from XLG's coaching staff, though. This feels like an overheat, Tom. You come into this round where you've got next to nothing, where you're fighting. If you lose for PRX,
What went
3
wrong with
rounds in a row,
Revenant?
3 chances in a row to close it.
I think
Hit
Revenant
and an orbital strike put through.
played
It
bad
feels like such
in
a
the
heavy
last
commitment, leaving them with nothing for this
I
fight.
guess
part of the
look here
tournament.
is that, okay, now we
That's
have
why
two
they lost.
clutches, once with the ultimates and once with the rifles, rather than having one
All
chance
in.
to all in. I don't necessarily mind it. Like I do get what you're saying, like especially when you're up against someone like PRX.
Yeah, bro, yeah.
But I do feel like there's also the thing of like you could have both.
Dawa
of
is
them
very
and still
funny.
Lose, and then you've just given them the other.
Yeah, 100%.
अंकित भाई के साथ कंटेंट चाहिए नहीं तो फंटू भाई के साथ दोनों के साथ चाहिए. Oh,
And there it goes. It's
shot
gone.
Rarga.
Rarga snipes him out of the sky. Pop in a flash. Won't find much else. And another popped in as Viva.
Oh my God.
Close, but finds himself
इसको भी मत मार दे. हाँ, nice.
inside
Thank
the
God.
smoke, he will fall. But he's given his team a fighting chance. The problem is, with that Viper's pit going up, they now have an uphill battle to get anywhere near that spike. That's close.
Oi.
But he doesn't go back till it's too late for the spam.
Yeah, I think maybe assume that he let go. They're gonna know that both players likely confined to this pit.
ये राउंड जीत जाएंगे. GG है लगता है.
The drop will be no.
Oh my God, risky दवाई. दवाई रे.
Hit gonna be dropped.
GG.
The Davai is there to close it. It was a valiant effort by XLG, a fight back and forth, but ultimately the job expected to be won.
आप स्प्लिट 3 में क्यों रिटायर हुए? फुल सीजन खेल लेते. स्प्लिट 3 में रिटायर हुआ. टीम का डिसीजन था, कोच का डिसीजन था. कुछ चेंजेस चाहिए थे. ऊपर से बहुत बातें अंदर की बातें हैं, वो क्या ही मैं बाद में कभी बताऊंगा. और तो इसके लिए
Dude, actually, Actually, cannot believe we are playing already our first match.
Reason is we win Japan. We go here. We tire. It's like a bit, then we win champion. Yeah, we tired. We start slow, and then after that we rocket up mother truths.
Hey, hey, मात्र चोट बोला इसने. ये देख.
Now that I'm a mom,
इसने क्या बोला देख guys.
Rocket up mother truths. Yeah, we tired. We start slow, and then after that we rocket up mother truths.
What the fuck, Jing?
an update is required.
Oh my god, Jing. गाली देता है रे. Shit. Okay. अभी हाफ टाइम. अभी अपन बात करते हैं. मतलब पहला मैप खत्म हो गया गाइस. अलग ही गाली दिया. आपने सिखाया क्या? मैंने नहीं सिखाया भाई. मैंने नहीं सिखाया. मारे चुच ऐसा बोलता है. चिन्मय व्हाट्सअप. वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम भाई. हाउ आर यू गाइस? कैसा लग रहा है? अभी ये जो पूरा टूर्नामेंट है उसका मैं वॉच पार्टी करने वाला हूँ. और कुछ मैचेस तो मिस होंगे ऑब्वियसली. टाइम शेड्यूल के हिसाब से वो करना पड़ेगा. बट मोस्ट ऑफ देम आई एम गोना डू वॉच पार्टी. Whom are you supporting? I am supporting PRX and Fnatic. Fnatic is my favorite team. So I am a big Fnatic fan. As a club, मैं उनको बहुत पसंद करता हूँ. From जब CS 1.6 के टाइम से, जब से मैं खेलना चालू किया तब से Fnatic का फैन हूँ. जब उस पे टेंट पोल, फॉरेस्ट वो लोग खेलते थे 1.6, फिर गेट राइट ये लोग सब आए. कार्न जो वो टाइम में वो खेलता था, तो वो टाइम से फनाटिक का फैन हूँ. देन केम फनाटिक CSGO, ऑल ऑफ माइस्टर, फ्लशा, क्रिम्स, JW, उनका जो टीम था वो टीम का भी फैन था. सो बेसिकली आई लव द फनाटिक क्लब टू बी ऑनेस्ट. सो ऑनेस्टली फनाटिक फैन हूँ, बट मैं चाहता हूँ PRX जीते, बिकॉज आई थिंक PRX अपने लौंडे है ऐसा लगता है. एक सेकंड गाइस. डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प का हिंदी वीडियो भाई वो सब बोलना नहीं है अभी, वो कंट्रोवर्सी हो जाएगा भाई. चिन्मय नायक व्हाट्सअप. हाय ब्रो. द गॉड OGs. यस ब्रो, ऑफ कोर्स. गाइस मुझे ना स्ट्रॉन्ग फीलिंग है कि ये गेम थर्ड मैप तक जा सकता है. अभी आई डोंट नो, क्योंकि इसके बाद PRX का पिक है. रुक जाओ, मैं थोड़ा टॉयलेट ब्रेक.
Come let me this.
Hey guys, Mika here with Alex of PRX. Congratulations on the first map win of Champions Paris. That was a bit closer than many expected though, so what do you think it was? Was it PRX with a bit of a slow start, or was it XLG doing something that surprised all of you?
I mean, first of all, I think XLG is a very good team. You know, they champions of Stage 1 China. They have the MVP in their team. Aside from that, I think both teams are a little bit nervous. So you could see like the games were. I mean, everyone was trying to take their time and relaxing a little bit, trying not to make mistakes. So I believe that now that everyone's warmed up, I think the second game will be a banger.
Oh, that's a teaser. Well, good luck to you guys.
PRX, they take map 1 here, but they did have to work for it, Ender and Doug. It wasn't easy by any means. So if we take a look at the HyperX reflex moment here from Viva, this was ridiculous.
This was absolutely insane. So No Man gets cleared down short. And then look at these shots from Viva. So quick on the adjustments. It's like one shot miss, instant reset headshot. Miss, instant reset headshot. Just sick.
I think you said it exceptionally well. They pushed PRX. I think they had a really good idea on their attacking side. We talked a bit about the Waylay versus the Raze and how, traditionally speaking, the Raze fits a little bit more, but maybe they'd be missing a little bit of that, you know, Joker in their hand, a little like trick to try to make their attack side a little bit more, a little bit stronger. But I love the way they layered their utility. I think there were often times that PRX looked a little overwhelmed on sites. They did a really good job of chaining those together, and it was enough in the first half, but then everything kind of fell apart.
Yeah, it was. If we take a look at the post one, we can tell they've given us a reason to believe why they picked Bind.
Well, I think the first thing is, I think XLG really locked in the post plants, and we're very aware of the flanks. You heard Alex talking about it. I think PRX were going way too often for walk-ups and going for flanks, and the crowd here is going wild for the flanks, it sounds like. But honestly, I think XLG held their ground really nicely, and specifically Viva and No Man's Sky. You know, great game, great player, absolutely popping off in these late rounds.
And again, I think it was, they understood their game plan was utility dump onto the site, get out there. And once you get there, once you get into a post plant, they've got PRX figured out a little bit, but they also knew what their protocol was.
I even love the creativity of like Viva realizing 3 people are on the flank. He drops the Brimald, right? Just to delay, and he ends up going down, but you still see those moments where I think XLG did a very good job of adjusting to the chaotic style that PRX were bringing.
They did, definitely, indeed. This is the thing, though. If it weren't for, you know, the Something Jing duo doing so well, being able to bring this game back, it could have been, you know, even an overtime, I think, the way that XLG were playing.
I think there's a world where, like, without Something just dominating like 3 rounds in the first half and solo winning them, like XLG could have been up 8 or 9 at the half, but it's brought down to 6 and 6 because the great work out of Something, and him and Jing just crushed.
Yeah, in the second half. Ender, I think you're absolutely right. If it was not for Something stabilizing in that first half, it probably gets away from them in the first half. And then, you know, Alex was talking about it in interview. They needed to calm down a little bit. They were kind of overswinging. They were a little bit too up. But if not for Something's heroics, we're talking about an entirely different half and potentially an entirely different score here.
He was giving it as well, which is crazy, you know.
Yeah, out of his seat a little bit.
I love to see it. I would also love to hear what Havoya had to say, of course, standing by with Mika Faz ahead of map 2.
I'm here right now with Havoya of XLG. Now, that was a very tough first map. I wanted to ask about the Bind pick because this is one of PRX's strongest maps. It's also a strong map for XLG, but I was just curious on your thoughts on picking that map, and was it because you felt like the ban on Lotus was more important for PRX?
I think, first of all, PRX feel themselves better on Lotus. But also, we feel fine on Bind. It was just like a tough series for us, and I mean the map. And we dropped some ecos. Also, we didn't manage to win second pistol. I think if we could step up a little bit earlier, I think it could be our map. So it is what it is. Let's move on the second map.
Right, well, hopefully they step up a bit more on Sunset.
What are their chances on Sunset? If on Bind, you guys weren't super sure why they chose this, does it get better on Sunset for XLG?
No, honestly, I mean, we were a little bit surprised with the Bind coming through, but it was sort of a secret weapon map for them in the playoffs for the team. So I think Bind was almost a must-win in the series, with it being PRX's choice here.
Which is almost unfair to ask, given that you're going against an undefeated PRX on Bind, but I'm inclined to agree with you. It did feel like a must-win, and as we turn our attention over to Sunset, again, there's going to be a Sage. We're going to see that. for the first time on the global stage, for sure, the buffed stage and kind of how that changes playstyle.
Yeah, and honestly, I think it's less of a major change to the playstyle. It gives you a lot more ability to like react, put down a wall from a further range as you're rotating in or something like this to put it down. But I think for XLG, what they will have been focusing on in
perfect time
work, coming in knowing that high chance that Sunset is going to be coming through in the map here.
I am back.
Let's. They're working against PRX's defense. PRX puts up so much of a fight.
Guys, जो लोग अभी नए हो, please subscribe कर दो, like कर दो.
Very snappy at punching these forward positions. I think having a Neon and a Yoru in your comp
क्या
to
comp?
take down those angles is a good spot.
Neon Yoru.
Noman's not playing Deadlock anymore. It's going to be Noman, Neon, and Raga Yoru. I really like this.
I do too.
I like it a lot.
I like this comp.
I'm completely on board with this. I think you have so many different.
I like this comp. Batman on Viper is good because वो एक का पूरा space ले सकता है एक Viper का orb डाल के. और वो orb बहुत annoying orb है. By the way, because वो orb के पीछे पीछे तुम आ सकते हो और burst कर सकते हो. तो enemy off guard. So you can make a story out of that Viper orb at A as attack.
Yeah, you're right. I do think. So when I saw the change from Waylay to Raze, I thought, okay, they're going to want to fight it out with PRX, and I think we saw a lot of that in the first half. I think this follows that same line of thinking. They're going to want to duke it out with PRX, and that's a hard thing to do. They did it in the first half, kind of fell apart in the second half.
Let's see.
I'm hesitant to see this on Sunset.
Yeah, and if that map was PRX needing to warm up, they're going to get scarier, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be more warmed up on Sunset. It is their map pick. But there is a switch up on the side of the comms, at least for XLG, so maybe that's throwing another
Something ने तोड़ दिया यार पहला मैच.
How you guys feel, but I would love to hear what
बंदे ने बहुत मारा है इसने और ऑप ले लेके.
Well, Tom, how's that tickled your fancy?
I don't know. I feel like being a little bit more boisterous could be nice. I think Noman definitely had a few moments individually. I do fear that trying to almost beat PRX with firepower and aggression it might not work. I think it's a bold play.
Let's go.
I do want to focus though on Happy.
I want
feel like he had a
the
pretty
third map
poor
as a
first
viewer,
map, and he's someone that the
but
Death Highlands
मुझे
I like
लगते
to highlight
लगता
as
नहीं है.
as one of their best players individually.
Okay, PRX
He's
mid fight.
A pivotal part.
Okay, it's a
especially
mid fight,
on the
boys.
on the lurk. If he's having a poor performance, PRX win easy.
No, without a doubt. As you said as well, looking at Neon, it will be point of contact. No Man's Sky was stellar when it came to that first map.
Look at the
PRX, they didn't
Simple
get the
be
memo.
execute.
They think they're still on the attack side. They've pushed through mid with 3. Full control. 4, in fact. You can count the player towards the door of Patman, who will be safeguarding Market. But this is all about the flank game. And there is, luckily, a trap waiting for them there. So it won't be a complete surprise that there's someone there.
They have to take
a
CT.
bit of a surprise quite how many
They have to take CT.
is about to see.
Patman's the only player elsewhere.
Of course.
Already, so I have to be a bit more careful. But you can see
Now,
they have switched up where they are.
Stay alive. Stay alive. No. Plant. तुम लोग का plant नहीं है भाई लोग. गए round गया.
Going to start defusing. He's just going to stick behind the wall. They need to run back around over the top. They need to go, and it seems like they are not going to be able to deal with anything. It is diffused in front of their nose. Rocker, he did well, and I think Devi even stopped for a second. He was like, okay,
Ganda.
and then they didn't.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were too busy dealing with players towards main. It's a nasty little strategy, and one that has worked wonders. There was a gap on the well, on the left side here, as we see it from
Yeah,
perspective.
एक kill. Oh, vital kill.
On the wraparound as well, so no surprise that he was a little bit worried. And in the end, Rorga surviving on 1 HP, but it doesn't make a difference. It is 1-0 start for PRX.
Easy for PRX. It seems easy for PRX.
We saw it in the last one. PRX slow to start. We even heard it in the comms. They called it. Let's start slow, and then we get them.
Okay, they have full aim in.
Yeah, you can't start a train at full speed.
They can play.
It's true. Got to pick it up.
क्यों जा रहा है? Push क्यों करना है? एक kill के लिए तो जा रहा है. हो गया, काम हो गया भाई. One task की गोली.
I love watching something because like you would see him play an agent that.
They still have full A line.
Supportive util lineup.
अगर इसको हटाया तो पीछे जाएगा, rotation आ जाएगा.
It doesn't necessarily.
But ये छोड़ा क्यों line? Risk नहीं लेना था.
The fact that we've seen these changes to Sage, obviously making the range of that wall so much further. So Devi obviously places it 2 millimeters away from where he is. Yeah. This round, expectation incredibly low. any weaponry drop would be nice. And hey, Braga
This
has
is the
got one of
this is the
rifles,
problem.
and that should be retrievable. Oh, good selection though from something.
Will be retrievable, but at a heavy cost indeed. Round goes Jing. He's down to 15. Doesn't need to swing.
Clean.
Something covers that. 2-0 start for Paper.
Can you rank your rank your best experience with orgs?
It's a strong start, but this round is
I
really
think
where we get the litmus test. A good sign early on though is seeing Rarga be able to deliver. As we said, he's someone that comes into
I think VLT and Enigma are the top.
Something to prove, and he's certainly playing like it.
Like top VLT and Enigma.
As I said, like last time we saw XLG.
And then when it comes to payment and any financial things issue, kuch bhi hai, I think then it comes to Mogo and Revenant. Then Orangutan, Orangutan उसके बाद आता है.
It's all right. I'm ready to play.
Okay.
Yeah. और क्या org में था मैं? And the worst is MLT.
Oh well.
We got scammed.
This purchase is definitely an odd one, though. You've got yourself a Bucky and for Forsaken. Sting is still in play.
So
like,
it's
around the
VLT Enigma,
nigh on half to win.
then
Otherwise,
Revenant, then Orangutan, and then Bucky.
Drift only one away as well. Could be powerful in that post pump, but it is a wide net currently being thrown out by.
Oh ho 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 ho! ये खेला है.
It didn't stop him.
Forsaken got punished again. अभी RNT छोड़ दिया. हाँ भाई, RNT तो छोड़ दिया क्योंकि मैं रिटायरमेंट ले लिया from professional play.
35 now. XLG got to pick up the pace. Wrapping around, but PaperX are flooding back into the site. 3 players here now with one deeper towards the spawn. This is essentially a 4-man hold. 25 seconds, and they call for the rotate. Yeah, it's the right call. They've dragged all these players over. They'll make their way across mid with that smoke with ease. This should be a plant, but I'm always wary of PaperX's ability to be disruptive. Something, he's in there. Only one.
Yeah, and they managed to make it to the side. The spike was being guarded all the way through. A good redirection, especially with the Sage Wall being used in towards the spawn. There was the box up top that you would have had Devi watching from afar. And now even with no man in the spawn, just waiting to try and catch them as they fall out. The fact is though, PaperX, all of these guns are going to be upgraded in the next round anyway, so they might as well try and do some damage.
That's exactly what they're looking for. You see all this deep clears of middle. The idea is
safe कर ले दवाई.
Someone could be lurking around. Rifle picked up for Devi as well. Good chance to make these exits.
Valo mobile इतनी easy जिगल नहीं कर सकते. जब गोली लगती है तब स्लो हो जाती है मूवमेंट. आप सोल में आ जाओ दादा. वैलो मोबाइल में तो हाँ, मतलब मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ ना, मूवमेंट या बेस जो मैकेनिकल स्किल्स है वो पीसी में इजी होगा. ऑफ कोर्स है वो, क्योंकि there you have a keyboard and you have a mouse जिसका response time ज़्यादा है. Then you have fingers and all what we are doing. But tactically almost Valo Mobile जितना मैंने देखा है, Valo Mobile, Valo PC, tactically उतना कुछ difference नहीं रहेगा. But हाँ, mechanics में तो difference होगा ही. Plus now इंडिया में कोई सर्वर नहीं है ग्लोबल लॉन्च के बाद, तो इंडिया से पिंग भी तुमको हाई मिलता रहेगा. So पिंग के वजह से भी तुम्हारा मूवमेंट थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम होता है, वो स्मूथ नहीं रहता है. सोल में आ जाओ, देखते हैं सीजन आने दो क्या होता, देखते हैं.
Perfect for this ultimate. One flash left.
Oh,
he's come out without one. Moving around through the smokes, but the wrap around for Patman.
Ballsy.
They'll take Rarga down. Now it's rifles though that they will be up against. The trick play hasn't worked.
नहीं, दवाई किधर जा रहा है?
A headshot from Nomad to lock it in, but still.
Nice kill.
A 2 versus 4. Can't even get the 3 out before Patman's dealing with another. PaperX holding strong so far, and Happy Way failing to take down Jing. Now that's the information. The element of surprise gone for his position.
गंदा जिगल तो किया, तुझे दिख गया, वापस क्यों जिगल करना है?
It's going to cause issues, but Viva seemed aware of it. The timing, though.
Oh my God, big kill.
But he can't quite land the shot.
There's been a lot of moments, especially with how low some of these players are, where there's a chance, but it seems like PaperX are ready and raring to go on this defensive half. A third already picked up, and
2-0
I have to say that the orb placement coming out from Patman there in the early stages of that round, which is wonderful.
Valo में movements कैसे होंगे? Valo में movements होते हैं ना, मतलब तुम्हारा ये देखो AD या Neon का movement, जो भी movement है तुम्हारा mechanical, वही तो Valorant में movement है और क्या? Hellranger Soul में ना, नहीं Hellranger Soul में नहीं है. Last year वो था, अभी वो बाहर गया है. मतलब वो इंडिया के बाहर गया है अपने काम के लिए या पढ़ाई के लिए कुछ जो भी है. अरे रे रे. Good trade. Oh my God. 3v3.
Spike still secure for XLG, and this map, it doesn't get any smaller. The less players to defend it, this should be an advantage for
They know two mid.
side.
For second should push.
It feels like the first 15 to 20 seconds of the round lead to those early battles, and then there's a break in the action.
Yes, he's pushing, he's pushing.
XLG throughout this matchup so far have actually done quite well to deny a lot of these plays from
Indian scene में अभी कोई tournament आने वाला है?
I think it was even Noman just
no
had
idea.
a reactive stun immediately to try and slow that push. Now with 50 seconds left.
Don't die.
Early rotation.
Batman, don't die.
Orpho second up. Top,
no.
Immediately. No man doing well on this Neon.
Spike planted.
Spike will now be planted.
They know players on side are stuck there. Snakebite stops them from falling back and stops Happyway from helping out, but now it's faded. Happyway on the angle, looking for the fight, finding it, and No Man tripling up. That's what we needed.
Valor Mobile will really give a BGMI a great competition. BGMI का monopoly खत्म होगा. मुझे भी यही लगता है कि competition हो या जो भी हो, but I think ये अच्छा ही होगा कि in India अगर mobile या PC जिसमें भी ज़्यादा titles हो, उतने ज़्यादा opportunities बढ़ेंगे players के लिए. Scene भी बड़ा होगा. Investors के लिए भी अच्छा रहेगा. तो I think Valor Mobile जल्दी आना चाहिए इंडिया में और Valor PC तो रहना ही चाहिए. तो I think and Riot को Riot जैसे काम करता है. I think they'll very much invest in the project. तो I think competition तो हो सकता है BGMI को. क्योंकि मुझे जितना पता है बहुत BGMI players है अभी ऐसे current, मैं नाम नहीं लूंगा, जो already grind कर रहे हैं Valor Mobile और वो लोग ready है कि launch हो जाए and tournaments होने चालू कर दी इंडिया में, like big tournaments.
Safety nets that rotates from Coconut. The information you have a Hunter's Fury soon. Deep play from No Man. No old popped. It's down to his rifle, but Coconut's fallen in middle.
देख रहे हो भागा दौड़ी कर रहे हैं.
The weakness, blood in the water, but Forsaken still standing
oh
strong.
God.
Team fight from No Man though has managed to pull this back to a 3v3, and with the old pop, he's got a tough fight up against.
Oh God, वापस trade.
With Forsaken going down, the numbers keep going
one on
back
one
and forth till there's only 2 men left standing.
The 1v1 that leaves.
Diva का game screen है, दिखा रहा है something को.
On either side. Position to plant from, and because of that, something is going to
sit the fuck down ऐसा बोल रहा है something.
It was kind of as easy as that 1v1 could have gone, but that was
दादा help चाहिए. अभी Valo start करा है, 2-3 months हुए हैं, keyboard पर handset नहीं हो रहा है, क्या करूं यार. खेलते रहो. मैकेनिक स्किल्स के लिए तुमको ज्यादा टाइम देना पड़ेगा और कुछ नहीं. देयर इज नो शॉर्टकट. जितना खेलोगे उतना समझेगा, उतना हैंड आई कोऑर्डिनेशन, उतना कीबोर्ड का मूवमेंट होगा वैसा.
Investment here for either side. In fact, both teams' economy here is on the
time देना पड़ेगा खाली.
That has a few extra credits to spare. So a winner of this round, it could be worth a double.
Good call.
This is going to be so punchy.
4A देखता हूँ.
Fury off rip. Coming through from V, but they want to get aggressive.
Jing का ult भी है.
You can already see No Man taking space.
Jing has ult. Game बच जाएगा. नहीं मर मत. Jing मर गया ult लेके.
He's deep in their spawn. They are making
why
pressure towards this A site. Forsaken, he doesn't crumble under that pressure to start, but finally he will come crashing down.
Why?
4 versus 3. Res possible for PaperX, but the position of those bodies, it doesn't make it look very likely. Happyway's got beautiful timing, but the shots don't land. Luckily, Rarga's there, picking up the pieces and leaving something alone and trapped in with the enemy. He can't even get out till that wall fades. and he will be cut down to size before that happens. Great round from Happyway after a little shaky of a start.
Yeah, like he gets the job done, but I think also the hesitation there is that he realizes how much value his position holds. He goes swinging wide, guys, they can potentially be isolated on the side. Instead, him staying alive is much more of a burden than even the individual kill that he could have got instead. And it's sort of the
बहुत T1 प्लेयर्स को एक्सेस मिल गया है वैलो मोबाइल का. हम गरीबी है इस ऑफिशियल लॉन्च का वेट कर रहे हैं. हाँ, as I said, बहुत प्लेयर्स को एक्सेस मिल गया है वैलो मोबाइल का. They are playing.
I said so far, I feel like even in the last map they called.
Aziz Rafiul क्या कर रहे हैं? Rafiul break पे है, he is not playing now. Aziz is grinding and he is looking for offers. दादा बहुत optimize है. I play BGMI and Valo Mobile with the same earphone. In BGMI फिर भी noise नहीं आ रहा था. मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, Riot Games बहुत सोचता है अपने गेम को लेके. बहुत ऑप्टिमाइज किया है वैलो मोबाइल, मैंने भी देखा है. कुछ भी फोन में चलेगा, ऐसा कोई नहीं कि टॉप एंड फोन ही चाहिए. कोई भी फोन में चलता है. ओके, लेट्स गेट बैक टू द राउंड. फोकस दिखा. फर्स्ट ब्लड.
Is somewhat to sell a ruse for something, but he's going to be able to hear any of the steps as they rotate. They've still got this aggressive position from Jing. Bear in mind,
okay,
he does have
Jing has ult.
Available. Probably won't want to use it immediately, but no, never mind. He's going to go straight.
किसको मारा है रे?
That was Rogue's utility that has baited the.
Come on, come on, something.
Are they going to check the box? No, they're not. But it's a bit whippy. Not quite connecting. Divine now the next man up, and Happyway just thriving. The Dane just seemingly slipping out of the round. And what could have been incredibly costly ends up with still 4 players standing.
Vortex डोप किंग को हेल्प कर दे. वैलो मोबाइल का अगर एक्सेस दे सकता है तो कैसे तो हेल्प कर दे.
The only player that, well, he didn't have that much of a weaker weapon. He had the Guardian. Wasn't the Sheriff doing the work? And he's recovered a rifle, a chance to do more damage. Surely the round win is already lost.
I'm starting to question that.
It could be an ace, but the problem is you've got Viva deep playing with that Hunter's Fury.
Oh God!
Forsaken now only has that ult to deal with.
Is this for second round?
Where his opponent is, but the Hunter's Fury surely decides the fate of this round. It's already activated. It might seem early, but the time on the clock is already so low. Goes in, pops it, goes for the stick. He might have time. It's going to be desperately close. The spam coming in from Viva doesn't get there.
Oh!
0.
What the fuck?
Blink and you miss it, but that margin of error swings in XLG.
What a try, bro!
Where I said it might take a while to beat that 1v4.
0.02 seconds, guys.
Had it beaten,
Chat.
0.02 that made it not. That's absurd.
I can feel
unlucky.
My own words.
But I'll be honest with you. You doubting Forsaken in this clutch, I'm a little bit disappointed.
They have Hunter's Fury post plant in a 3v1 with the spike planted ages ago.
But
crazy try.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to argue with you, but what we just saw means my point's invalid.
Oh, that was so desperately close.
0.0, that's ridiculous.
Shot. Advantage.
See the confidence right back in.
Nahin.
This is what I'm saying. XLG have always been doing well to recover any of those early advantages that PRX are able to gain.
Jing का पोजीशन पता नहीं है. Jing can flank. But Cypher trap रहेगा ना इधर. नहीं है, Cypher trap भी नहीं है. They have to just keep CT, keep the side. No need to anchor that much hard or block. Anchor करते करते मर गए ना guys. पूरा flank खराब हो जाएगा. Bravo, good round.
Beautiful from PRX with Jing wrapping around the other side. That slipped through the smoke. It's been a problem. A couple of times you've seen that finesse from PRX and being quick on their feet, able to get especially smokes, poison orbs, it doesn't matter what it is, but able to get that positional advantage in some of these plays. Even still, a round gap of only 1.
It's definitely been a different match to expected, but still those moments, Jing still performing to a high level.
दवाई को जागना पड़ेगा. दवाई ने लास्ट इवेंट में बहुत मारा है. ओनी फैंटम लेके.
4 sheriffs. An attack side Bucky makes a bit more
उन्हीं
sense when
फैंटम
it's
लेके
on the
इसने
neon.
बहुत मारा है, इसके लिए
Sliding,
पेपर
get
एक्स
real close.
उतना अच्छा स्कोर किया है.
Oh yeah, I've seen plenty of TikToks of that sort of gameplay. We'll see if No Man has it in the locker
Oh
room.
my
Might not
God.
matter. Already one going to his
Oh
teammate.
no
There you
no
go.
no no no,
That's
things
the
are not
bucky
looking
onto
good.
Jing. This fast-paced 1-2 punch of the duelists have not only got them positioning, but it's also got them in with that weaponry. And the bigger danger as well is, okay, sure, you
मर
have
गया
yourself
साइट वाला.
the ultimates.
Yep.
Hunter's Fury might now be
Hunter's
able to
Fury
force
भी है.
damage. No Man gone. Rifle dropped.
साइट क्लियर कर दे.
Drone already being sent through.
नहीं यार.
Parker just immediate on the headshot.
Not hit by the drone either. He sticks around. Divido, the one to punish him.
Revive.
The res available. There's a player that can be res. There it is. Patman's brought back. Even numbers. And it gets Coconut curious. He swings out looking for the duel, but now they'll go pushing into
Nah.
him. Diva down.
No.
It's heavyweight against two. But he's brought it to the 1v1. 6 HP. A headshot needed, but it's the
Nice round, bro.
jumping with the shorty to close this one out. A round that should have been paper.
दादा डेली करोगे ना लाइव? डेली करूंगा. डेली करूंगा. अभी तो ये चैंपियंस का वॉच पार्टी करूंगा और कभी-कभी मैं गेम भी खेलूंगा दोस्तों के साथ, उसमें भी लाइव करूंगा. तुम लोग मुझे मिस करोगे ऑफिशियल सर्वर पे एज अ प्लेयर, सो मैं तुम लोग के लिए स्ट्रीम तो जरूर कर सकता हूँ ताकि मेरे शेकी एम तुम लोग देख पाओ.
You understand the panic. A nice attempt, very low by round, and Happyweight definitely.
ये क्या था?
I think he was doubting it as well.
Well, he has just watched the spike go off at 0.02.
Yeah.
Good timeout.
So you kind of understand why he's nervous, but not quite as close.
Very good timeout.
Yeah, the flashback's definitely hitting hard there.
Yeah, XLG.
6-4. XLG, yeah, they've called a timeout here on their attack side. That's their first one used, and indeed the first one of this map. It has been a pacey set of rounds. I've liked, as you've said, the direct approach. Even here, they had sheriffs, they had a bookie. We started out, it doesn't look too good, and it comes down to a 1v1 with
mixed it up a lot as well. I think that's what, whenever I see
आप करते हो लाइव तो वाइब अच्छा जाता है दिन का. अरे रे, थैंक यू भाई. थैंक यू सो मच विनीत. करूंगा ना भाई, मैं लाइव करूंगा.
I've been impressed by XLG, and you take away the pistol and the follow-up, and this is an incredibly close match. The problem, though, is now they are in a case of this ends 6-6, you go into the second half, you're happy. If this ends 8-4,
गाइस आपका एक स्पीच मुझे काफी पसंद है जो आपने स्प्लिट 2 जीतने पे दी थी. आपने बोला था कि फैंस वैलो को सपोर्ट करो, जिस टीम को सपोर्ट करना है करो. या ट्रू, नॉट नेसेसरी कि मेरे टीम को ही करना है. जो तुम्हारा फेवरेट टीम है उसको करो.
On this attack side in the previous round, almost ended up winning it out on time.
जो तुमको तुम्हारा दिल जीतता है उसको सपोर्ट करो. ये देख.
Well, Rarg is going to wait for his teammates to break that wall open. It's going to limit how far he can get. He can barely make it to the backside. Instead, he's going to tuck in default. Hunter's Fury coming through.
नहीं. मार बीमेन पे.
These close corners on the side. Not finding any tags, but delaying the push.
Didn't really allow for much.
ठीक है भाई, आते रहेंगे लाइव देखना. यस भाई, ऑफ कोर्स आते रहो. गाइस जो लोग नए हो प्लीज लाइक सब्सक्राइब.
Batman does have ult, but unless they really need this space.
क्या पीक कर रहा है रे? ऐसे पीक करता है रे. रीटेक करना आराम से. खाली पीक करता रहता है. ओपोनेंट गोटिया खेलना है क्या? साथ में पीक करो.
That's why nobody's looking in this direction. If this smoke fades, he might just have himself at least one freebie, but he's looking for more. In fact, he's
ऐसा. Like this? Like this, you wanna go? I am okay. I'll take it. Good job for second.
Shrouding his steps to great effect. He made it past that trap. As you said, camera placed deep on the site. They're worried about the retake from market. They're worried about
PRX and Fnatic constant performer है जो ज़्यादा चीजें. Yeah, bro. Both are my favorites.
So they think, well, he's obviously not coming from here. They want to block this line of sight.
In India, funny player. In India, funny player. I think मैं ही funny player हूँ. मतलब था. What is this? I agree. I agree with Voya. I agree, Voya. Unlucky. खाना मत देना इनको रात को. You cannot lose like this. Come on, guys.
The answer's not far away, but will they be a pistol round away from correcting the score line or trailing by 4.
गाइस मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना कोच जो कोचिंग करते हैं ना उन सबका लाइफ स्पैन कम हो जाता है. आई एम नॉट जोकिंग. अगर लाइफ स्पैन उनका 70 इयर्स है तो वो 65 में ही मर जाएंगे. बीपी हाई रहता है ऑलवेज.
Already you can see some of the vulnerabilities and more worryingly it's that showstopper vibe has put on the other side. Like there's so much to play with in this.
जिग तेरे पास अल्ट है इस बार मार लेना.
Oh, the showstopper!
भरा भरी हो गया गाइस.
That's unbelievable.
भरा भरी हो गया. भरा भरी हो गया गाइस. ब्रावो. Bravo, guys.
An 8-4 locked in. PaperX doubling the score of their opponents in that first half.
They're just absolute.
Now he's happy.
Like,
my man is happy now.
Came down to a lot of those contact plays and Jing managing to get it done. Nonetheless, it's a pretty big recovery. We'll see if XLG can turn it going into the second half.
फोर सेकंड को सारे पोजीज कैसे पता था? सारे पोजीज पता नहीं थे. उसको 2 दिखे, वो दोनों को मारा उसने. फिर नॉर्मली वो बंदा मतलब डिफॉल्ट पे ही एम करेगा ना, तो डिफॉल्ट में भी एक को एक मिल गया और फिर बैक साइड से वो पिक कर लिया. सो ओपोनेंट कैनॉट बी सिटी, कैनॉट बी मार्केट. वो लोग साइट में ही कही है. 2 किल्स मिल गए. डिफॉल्ट में पिक किया, एक को मार दिया और बैक साइड वाला पिक किया, उसको भी मार दिया. तो मतलब वो बेसिक वो हो जाता है कि मसल मेमोरी क्रिएट हो जाता है. क्या हो रहा है? स्ट्रीम लैग हो रहा है क्या गाइस? What's up, Megnath? Welcome to the stream, bhai. भोया भाई समझा रहे, ऐसा नहीं कर सकते गाइस. स्पेस लो, टाइट स्पॉट पे से मत जाओ. सेज है ओपोनेंट में, मिड लो, टॉप मिड लो. मार्केट ब्रेक करना था. क्या कर रहे हो गाइस? सेज का वॉल बेट करो.
They should be leading in terms of the stats, 8-4 up.
Yeah, for sure. It's been one of those games where there's been a lot of crazy things, and a lot of it happened just in the last couple of rounds. If you've just joined us, you've missed a lot. I think we had a 0.02 spike exploding with almost what was an ace for Forsaken. He then decided, okay, I'm just going to stick to the 4Ks for today, come back behind and eliminate the whole opposing team in a retake. And then the next round, Jing decided to get 3 with a showstopper at the very beginning of it. And then
दादा फुल डे क्या करते हो? अभी तो प्रैक्टिस आज नहीं था, नहीं तो प्रैक्टिस पे बैठता हूँ टीम को, जो टीम को मैं कोच कर रहा था. प्रैक्टिस के बाद थोड़ा हम लोग वॉक करने जाते हैं, फिर टाइम पास गेम खेलता हूँ, मेरा काम करता हूँ, वॉट्स देखता हूँ, तो काम में ही खत्म हो जाता है. ब्रो एक क्वेश्चन था कि ये गेम रुक जा काकाशी, तेरे को जो आंसर देता हूँ. ये पिस्टल राउंड देखते थे. ये तो सेम पिस्टल लग रहा है. क्या पेपर एक्स भी वही मिस्टेक करेंगे जो इन लोग ने किया था?
Can find a lot of value, but PaperX look like they want to play aggressive.
Well, this is where the wall causes issues. You're going to block off one avenue and then try and pressure the other. The only thing they really need to worry about is the flank, because they've sectioned everything else off, and actually, no, they're looking the wrong way.
क्या कर रहे रे? ये भी
They've been foiled by their own plot, but there's still a couple of players standing.
22
James
HP
Forsaken
जिनका.
not in the best of positions to try and deny this, but that time is already ticking. Only somebody just getting onto the spike. They need to try and wrap back around, and that's exactly.
Oh my God!
In this match, this man.
Like this. Okay, okay.
Oh, his impact has been outrageous. That pistol round was slipping through their fingers. The flank that should have been expected.
एक कोच को एक अच्छा प्लेयर होना जरूरी नहीं है. You can learn and understand the game and become a coach also. But अगर वो कोच एक प्लेयर है तो उसका additional advantage है because उसने as a player एक प्लेयर माइंडसेट प्लेयर मेंटालिटी भी उसको पता है एंड वो प्लेयर्स को काम रख सकता है. इट्स नॉट ओनली अबाउट खाता कलम लाइक बाय द बुक्स कोचिंग नहीं होता है. यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड योर प्लेयर, उनका इमोशन. तो अगर तुम एक खुद प्लेयर हो और तुम टॉप लेवल पे खेल चुके हो तो तुमको पता रहता है वो कैसे प्लेयर्स को कंडीशन करना है बिफोर अ गेम, मेंटली कैसे स्ट्रांग रखना है एज अ प्लेयर्स को. तो वो एक एडिशनल एडवांटेज है. बट इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी कि एक कोच को एक प्लेयर बनना है. मे बी तुम अपना मैकेनिकल स्किल्स ग्राइंड नहीं करके तुम गेम को ग्राइंड कर रहे हो नॉलेज, तो तुम अच्छा कोच बन सकते हो. Forsaken going huge. Yep, agree.
Solid victories on that side versus Sentinels, Fnatic, T1 more recently. And it was a defensive side defeat when they struggled versus Zeta. Everything is set for them to now take this map.
What's a good stack from XLG. 4 players on the B side, 2 of them with Sheriffs. The other on the polar opposite of where this hit's coming through. A lot of players from PaperX though covering this plant. They've got numbers even after the run, or the mags run dry. Something with a nice shot over the wall, and it looks like a lot of the danger already dealt with. No man traded out, and that's really the story of this take. Even if one player lands that first shot, PaperX flooding in like this, they've got the numbers to back it up. Finally, it will be divided close and 10-4 on the line. But
easy.
This was not the round.
Easy 2-0 for PRX, buddy.
It all comes down to round 15. Rifles in
Forsaken
play.
B skill. Omen.
Yeah. Well, that was the investment of the last round. It was mostly into stingers, a couple of rifles. I also think this is the point you'll make a lot of the time when it comes to Sage.
Takla dikha tha. Ford.
Yep. But one thing it gives you, especially on a map like this with a lot of different elevations, is sometimes you don't know the angles you're covered or not. And that's about as free as a kill as you're ever going to get. Because let's be real, there aren't that many teams to play with the Sage. Okay. A very aggressive early start to the round, but
मार खा के पीछे आ गए. Aggressive लेने गए थे.
So far with him on the neon. And he started off strong again.
Well, yeah, it's Noman and Jing both trying to get that early contest for this corner. And even with the boombot backing him up, Jing can't get it done.
The smoker is lurking.
I think heard that cam activate, certainly now did. He knows it's there. He's calling for it. And we see the pings that he wants to walk on through. Has to catch a timing. Even with that smoke, a TP will be heard. He'll be seen walking through.
Shot.
Nice shot by Noman yet again, delivering.
Timing.
That's a wonderful
Timing.
What is going on with something here? And a swing
क्या?
Noman that gets punished.
Throw कर दिया.
And I think Devi is about to go down. He's trapped in the corner with a sliver of HP. But in comes his own buddy. Something
Throw कर दिया. Throw कर दिया. Voya का कैम लगाओ please.
XLG from 1 foot in the grave to bury.
Voya का कैम लगाओ please.
After round of PaperX success.
I need to see the POV on the first 2 kills, because I feel like there were 2 players in elbow. And I don't really understand how he's walked out of it alive. Oh, they're just isolated. Okay, fair enough.
Oh my God.
Ace. Clean, though. An absolute headshot machine throughout the round. And I don't even know if he reloaded in the middle of all of that. It was always going to be one of them, you felt like, to take the first ace of the tournament. And something will be there. Mentioned maybe Forsaken looking for another bracelet. Maybe he's looking for one that goes with his keyboard.
What a round. Forsaken Omen लेके जेट आई गाली भरपूर गाली हो रहा है guys. भरपूर गाली हो रहा है. तुम लोग को खेलना ही नहीं. You guys are a piece of shit. मेरा टाइम वेस्ट कर रहे हो इधर पेरिस में आके. इससे अच्छा मैं आके मैं घूम लेता. इससे अच्छा मैं आईफिल टावर देख लेता. इधर मैं मिशेलिन स्टार वाले रेस्टोरेंट में जाता. इधर आके एसी में बिठा के मुझे बेशरम लोग ऐसे गाली दे रहे लग रहा है 100%.
and we're good. And that's the thing, I feel
it's
like...
It's crazy that you retired as a coach in 2020, or was it 2021?
Hut!
I didn't say retired, I'm still open to offers.
Oh, okay.
I'll evaluate in the off-season.
Maybe when Alliance come back, you'll get another job.
I think that's the only way. I'm happy where I'm at for now.
Apex coach बन गया तो क्या होगा player का? गाली होगा भाई.
But for PaperX, 11
I think ये सब good teams में नहीं होता. Obviously नहीं होता है bro. Obviously नहीं होता.
Do you fully invest now? Do you
It's a joke.
They're going to come in with 2 Guardians.
कोई भी team में नहीं होता है professional team में.
Nice opening.
Oh, nice smoke and peek.
This should be a relatively easy round. That was one of the Guardians that he took down though. The main punches that they're packing.
Unlucky.
Full blinded up. Patman still looked like he was close to taking that kill.
Yeah, that's a pretty hefty upgrade for Nomad as well.
Given to Coconut.
Willing to risk it.
Nice.
And also, Forsaken's been caught TPing. This is putting them in a good spot. Bear in mind, the spike plant here for Divide would get him his ultimate online and likely bring back.
Nice kill. Something भाई दे रहा है भाई. मरेगा.
They've already got an advantage.
Yeah, worth putting it in obviously in this position. Something can fade back. This is where you'll see your Sova play in main.
Dinked.
Most of the time, Hunter's Fury for post plan, but no, they want to fight. Of course they do. This is PaperX we're talking about here. What's going on? Is that fight? Divide closes it out. That came down to a 1v1. They needed a 3K.
Bro,
to get
this was easy, bro. This was easy for PRX. मुझे लगा कि एक मैप तो लेंगे ये लोग.
There's so much I hate about this round. Like, it was just like, at this point, you can feel like they are just vibing with how aggressive they're being. TP into the side with basically nothing.
ADS करके मारा उतने close range में इसने.
Running into a smoke in between a wall, so there's only the time. And yeah, it's that is a nervous smile.
यार मुझे coach cam देखना बहुत पसंद है.
Yeah.
गया.
And it's popped to Hunter's Fury immediately.
It's an early one, and it's Forsaken going deep on the back of the Chaos. Viva, good for the trade, and Nomad.
जा अभी जा क्यों नहीं जा throw कर.
On the A site, Nomad's the last point of defense, so he'll fall back. Won't continue the aggression. Well, the rotate had come through. Viva, who started over here towards A, went back to take that kill and spawn. Drones out mid, clears it, and they're comfortable now that there's no more pressure on A with that deep control coming in from Nomad. There's nothing on mid. They weren't looking. They weren't walkabouts. So the B sides where the hit should be coming through. They'll keep in 2-2. But Happy Way and Coconut, they're the ones that have a chance to keep their team in it here and now.
ये क्यों किया? One way और smoke साथ में. One way होने दे फिर smoke कर.
Feels like a little bit of a risk. Paranoia is being thrown through as well, so they're going to know that there's a couple of players.
One way होने दे फिर smoke कर.
Curious to see if PaperX still opt to actually execute in this direction. They're throwing in more utility. Boombot to clear close.
35 seconds.
गया.
Now we're limited on options. We gotta go, but the spams through the smoke. They'll take down Divide.
दोनों spotted है. Game बजा.
The shock dart's fantastic, and the swings are even better.
Good round.
XLG with a round win, still trailing by 7. But they gotta take this comeback one step at a time.
That's a good round from them. Something to note as well is it really does feel like the Sage Wall, how far you can get it now, actually makes things really interesting, because Divide put that wall in from inside main. Like, he was just like, I might as well give it a go, just try and give us a little bit of extra space, but it feels like it goes incredibly far. I don't mind the buff though, because I feel like a lot of the...
To be honest, each and every day I feel if Forsaken did not do such a same thing, Indian CS have been on a different... Maybe.
Element to it. Well, a weak buy, but potentially a much faster one. I like the kill trips.
Traps.
Great trip positioning indeed. It's a little
oh my god.
Happy Way down and out.
The raise main.
In the corner, but he's got backup now as they start to flip back out. No man looking for market control as a deep late play.
क्या हो रहा है भाई? Jingat.
There might not be anyone left to flank. Jing's already got 3.
He's still going.
Coconut's being watched on the flank as Jing looks for.
ज़्यादा नहीं गोलू बेटे. It's a GG.
Clean up anyways. 13-5.
It's a GG, boys, for Forsaken and Co.
Lights out on the second map as they claim their win to open up champions here in Paris.
Yeah, fact is, you can see that individual form, especially on their own map choice. Forsaken something, performing incredibly well. Jing joining the party towards the end of it. And in map number 1, seeing both Jing and Something still performing to that degree. I will say though, I feel like there are silver linings for XLG. Map number 1 especially, I think they definitely look like they could
Nice try, nice try.
A couple of clutches here and there, and who knows, I think going into that lower bracket match, there's going to be more opportunity, because not everybody plays as manic and as crazy as a PaperX does. Nonetheless, it is the expected result. We're one of our top seeded
Handshake.
teams coming into the tournament.
Likes and share and subscribe. Yep.
I don't think anybody
Yep,
will
boys.
want to match up against how they're currently playing, especially some of the stuff Forsaken is doing in the clutches.
Yeah, we saw signs of life, sparks of hope from XLG, but it is PaperX coming in as the favorites and playing like it, especially on map number 2. They were a little slower to start in the first, but they found their rhythm by the end. And I like that they played against a team who was willing to, at times, match them on their own playstyle. They mixed it up. They didn't make this easy, but we
W
saw
Gaming.
just how deep the bench of
W Gaming, guys.
on this PaperX roster.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen almost everything. Multi-kill with the showstopper, we've seen an ace, we've seen a 1v4 clutch. Like, it's been an enjoyable series. I think most would have come in and expected that this would just be bullying, a bit like map number 2, but I think the XOG have shown they could probably do some damage though.
अबे इंडियन है एक ये
Come here. I need to speak to you about this first win.
इंडियन है भाई.
First of all, bravo, congratulations. And the first question I wanted to ask you is, this was the first match, but we already see such a high level from you guys. You guys were shooting, but there were two. So who impressed you, let's say, in the XLG team?
For me, the most impressed player, obviously, it's Frarga, because he is my close friend. So yeah, and
both
overall,
Russians.
We start slow on bind, and I guess it's just like bound to happen because we came from Korea, jet lag and stuff. I mean, overall, it's nice to win the first game.
Yeah, we could see that definitely. Donc finalement, qui t'a impressionné chez
Yep,
XLG? C'était le premier match, mais on a cliqué des deux côtés.
जो बोल रहे समझ नहीं रहा है लेकिन मजा आ रहा है.
J'étais trop content de l'affronter. On était un peu slow sur bind, on avait un peu le
Correct.
temps de prendre le rythme, on est aussi un peu jet lagué par rapport à
Yep,
la Corée.
yep.
Mais voilà, on est toujours très content de gagner forcément.
सही बात
And
है.
I'm speaking to a champion here.
Yeah,
You know,
champion.
an champion, MVP from Stage 2 with that gold keyboard, winning Toronto and stuff. So I wanted to know, like, do you keep on setting like such high standards individually on yourself? Or does it matter less, you know, to carry when you have such a great team?
I mean, I don't really think we have pressure after we won Toronto in stage, just because like we also understand another team scared of us because we are playing well and our form is great, especially after stage.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, there is no much pressure.
Pas de pression. Du coup, la question, c'est est-ce
Yep.
que tu continues de te mettre un peu la pression individuellement? Est-ce que tu sens que tu as besoin de
Bon
carry
appétit.
avec cette équipe ou à l'inverse, c'est plutôt le team play qui prime? Et bah,
Merci.
écoute, moi, la pression, je m'en fiche un petit peu. On gère ça, on est en équipe. Les gens commencent à avoir peur de nous et c'est ça qui est le plus.
किसका नाम लिया वो? क्या पता?
For your time.
कुछ तो बोल रही है ये, समझ नहीं आ रहा है लेकिन सुन के अच्छा लग रहा है.
On souhaite bonne chance à Ilia pour son prochain match. And we're gonna
हाँ, बहुत हुआ है.
in a few minutes who's gonna win between
आपके साथ कभी हुआ है कि इंटरव्यू को बोल रहा है कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है? बहुत हुआ है. कभी कभी तो समझता नहीं है कुछ, तो मैं अपने में ही बोल देता हूँ.
We're like alternator. I kill one, you kill one, bro. I kill one, I heal you, bro.
Let's go. I heal you. ये समझ रहे हो?
No man, stand up. God, -16. I'm racing.
I'm racing, I'm healing. I'm racing, I'm healing. मजे करते हैं ये लोग गाइस, मजे करते हैं. And that इसी के साथ हम लोग का पहला वॉच पार्टी का गेम खत्म होता है. एंड इसी के साथ अपन आज अलविदा लेंगे और वापस आएंगे कल. यस, दूसरे गेम, रात वाला गेम मैं स्ट्रीम नहीं करूंगा बिकॉज मैं सो जाता हूँ. इसके बाद वाला जो गेम है, कौन सा गेम है वो भी अच्छा गेम है, बट ओह नो, आई एम गोना स्ट्रीम. नो, आई डोंट थिंक आई हैव अ मीटिंग. सेंटिनेल्स का गेम स्ट्रीम करना था मुझे, हाफ एन आधे घंटे में मैच है. मुझे एक्चुअली ये स्ट्रीम करना था बट आज एक मीटिंग है. शिट, मुझे लग रहा था कि ये गेम बाद में है, रात को है. शिट अनलकी. मुझे सेंटिनेल्स का गेम स्ट्रीम करना था. फ्यू. इसके बाद क्या है? कल ये गेम है ना, ईडीजी, और कल करूंगा मैं ये गेम. कल दोनों गेम करूंगा स्ट्रीम 6:30 9:30 यस 9 अगर 2-0 होता है तो 8:30 हो जाता है ये गेम या 9 PM हो जाता है ये गेम ठीक है बट आज के लिए इतना ही गाइस व्हाट्सअप प्रणय वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम मेरे भाई भाई दादा वेटिंग फॉर टुमारो यस तो अभी वॉच पार्टीज लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग एंड वैलो गेम प्लेज बातचीत होती रहेगी स्ट्रीम पे आते रहना गाइस ठीक है चैनल एक्टिव हो गया है मिलते हैं कल ठीक है आज के लिए इतना ही था मजा आया इट्स अ डिफरेंट फीलिंग टू डू वॉच पार्टी इट्स डेफिनेटली नॉट इजी एंड ऑल्सो नॉट वेरी हार्ड अलग अलग ही एक्सपीरियंस है बट मुझे बहुत मजा आता है एंड मैं नेक्स्ट टाइम कल भी आऊंगा तो कल वापस आना फॉलो मी ऑन इंस्टाग्राम उधर मैं अपडेट्स देता रहूंगा कि कब स्ट्रीम है कब क्या है फॉलो मी ऑन ट्विटर उधर भी अपडेट जाता है तो या थैंक यू सो मच गाइस थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ट्यूनिंग इन मिलते हैं कल बाय बाय गुड नाइट टेक केयर